go.
Okay. Uh-oh. All right. I just got a martini. We're getting ready to do this. We're gonna go surprise Jamie, but there's a napkin stuck. Can you get this off? Okay. So let's go see if we can pull this off. You want to lead the way? I can't open the door with a dirty martini in hand. Which way are they? Okay, over here to the right. We've already run into Mr. Joe McMullen at the bar, so he knows the secret safe. Where is he? Oh, I see him way over there. Okay, so we're coming. I'm just gonna try and hide my face with the camera. He's over there. I see him. He's looking at me right now. He doesn't know who I am because I'm hiding my face. It's gonna be epic. I'm coming up close, quietly. What's up? We're cruising. You're cruising? We're cruising, y'all.
You're cruising.
We're cruising.
How are you cruising?
This has been, I'm Wanda Perlman. Hello. Yeah, that's mine.
I need it.
We ran into Joe at the bar and I'm like, shh, don't say anything. What's up, buddy? We've had this plane for a while, man.
You guys are coming with?
How long has it been?
That's so cool.
Yeah, how long has it been since we
Hold on,
booked it?
I need a minute. Let me try to. I need to get a grip on things right here. Hold on. You're John Klikowski.
That's right. Here in the
Klikowski
flesh.
family.
That's right.
You're Kelly.
And that's Sharon. We're getting ready to cruise with you guys, with everybody.
This is insane.
Yeah.
Did she?
She knows.
Sharon.
Sharon, I've been communicating with Sharon all morning as Wanda Perlman.
That's why he turned around because someone said there's some more vloggers there with the camera. And then he turned around and I was like, oh no.
I was walking to you and I'm like holding the camera to my face like this so it would block it. We did it. We pulled it off. Hey, what day is it? It's cruise day, y'all.
I'ma keep spitting. The rhymes are digging, yeah. And I'ma keep spinning, yeah. The gears are digging. You can be my flame.
There you go. Work it, girl.
I'm tired of hanging around, thinking the night out on the town. Trying to talk like you never stopped, so they feel like to waste good time. But you're standing there alone. I can't help myself, cause it looks like you're thinking about leaving. Got a call up, I got plan to convince you to stay tonight. We're gonna do it right.
Oh my God! What just happened? Did you win?
I think I won.
What do you win?
I don't know.
I think Beyonce said it best when she said, "Let me upgrade."
I'd really like to dance. Give me just one chance to show you. Now you're rubbing that body against me. The smell of your perfume is making me crazy. It's your inside. You might want to change your mind. You can friends me hard cause you never done this. So maybe a kiss on me. Neither nobody cares. I think we're doing nothing wrong tonight. We're gonna do it right. When we go home.
Wherever I go,
Because tonight,
there you are.
we're gonna do all the crazy things you and your old man never do. We're gonna do it right when we go home. tonight we're gonna do all the crazy things you and your old man never do. Because tonight we're gonna do right.
There's a lot going on right now. A lot going on right now.
This might happen.
Yes, tonight
What you drinking?
we're gonna do all the crazy things you and your old man never do.
Twilight Zone. I've never heard of that one.
Ship Show.
Now, I unplugged the microphone and replugged it in just as we went live so it wouldn't echo. Somebody in the chat, tell me we don't have any echo. Echo. No echo. Just somebody say no echo. We hear you and see you.
Shipheads!
Loud and clear. No echo. Lindy Lou.
Hey now.
No echo. All right. Welcome, one and all, to the Ship Show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Ship Show. The Ship Show. Oh.
Someone already wants
Cheers.
to know what happened in Jamaica.
Cheers, buddy.
Multiple cheers.
How do you like our
Begat.
glasses?
Yeah. Special thank you to the Spikers. I mean,
That's right.
I think these are actually gifts for our wives.
They were sent for our wives, but we felt like having a little wine tonight. So we decided it would be appropriate to use these glasses. York's drinking the fancy stuff. I'm drinking the stuff straight out the box.
Dude, this is a $9.99 Chardonnay bottle.
Nice.
You got the box?
Yeah, I got the big box, which is equal to 4 $9.99 Chardonnay
Begats.
bottles. Yes. So,
We're
to the Spikers.
Upscaling it a little bit.
Yeah. The Spikers hooked us TF up. And thank you so much. That's not all we got.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, it only fits my dome.
Yeah, it doesn't go down on the eyes on our big old heads. But pour some PBR in there, says Donnie Lou. But look at this.
That's right.
The girls love them.
Yeah.
It doesn't play well with the green screen. Look, its beak looks, you can see a fish every now and then.
Oh, my daughter wears it. Looks like they're going to rob you or something.
Yeah. We also got that chicken wine topper. The chicken feet, the rubber chicken.
Yeah, nice.
Amazeballs.
Thank you, Spikers.
Thank you, Spikers.
Appreciate it.
It was great. It was sitting here when we got back home. My mother-in-law is like, "What is this? Why are you getting gifts from people? What? This doesn't make sense. You've never met them."
So it has nothing to do with everything being chicken themed. It was
to her, she likes to see Stella and Kelly and stuff like that in the videos. She doesn't understand that other people watch.
She doesn't understand the community aspect.
Yeah, exactly. The community thing behind it. It's kind of like, this makes no sense. But
she's involved in her church. This is like our cruise church.
Don't say
Explain
that. Great.
that to
Now
her.
I'm in big trouble. Thanks a lot, York.
Explain it to her like
Great.
that.
Oh, right. Now she's going to be, so YouTube's like church now, huh? Thanks, dude.
Hey.
Just kidding, Linda. We love you.
That's something you got to deal with.
We loved you. We love you. Not loved. Love. If you're watching, you know that.
Is she here?
No, they left the other day. But thank you if you're watching for watching Stella and Papa too, because without y'all, I would have never got to witness firsthand Nancy and Lori and Doug Ullinger jumping into the pool in their formal attire, y'all.
You know what I think would be the hymn at Cruise Church?
If you like pina coladas. Funny story. Picture this. Grand Cayman. I'm getting ready to get on the tender.
2019.
Yeah, I think that's where we tendered was Grand Cayman. Getting ready to get on the tender boat, and all of a sudden, really? And I was like, I had my camera out. I was all in the shot. The ship was in the background, and I'm like, her name was Rico, and I wasn't filming. I didn't hit the record button. I was so mad, and then I tried to do it again, and
The mic wasn't on.
no, the song was over. And it was like, baby, you're a song, you make me want to roll my windows down and cruise. Wake up.
Oh, you're getting at it early. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
Picture
So-
this, Sicily, 1972.
I mean, you didn't do a whole lot last week.
No, actually, it was kind of a humdrum week. Didn't really do a whole heck of a lot. Uh-oh. We've got to fix something. And I'll take care of that right now while you talk to these people.
Well, before we get into what
There we
John
There we
didn't
go.
really have
Fix
going on all last week, I just sat in a pit of misery and jealousy and bought myself a meat slicer, like a deli slicer. I got my own deli slicer, y'all.
Somebody turned out the light in the tank. Yeah, York's over here slicing fine cheeses and processed meats.
No, I'm making my own meats.
Oh, shoot. I was
So-
hoping for some of that olive loaf.
Well, I can make that.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
You still need to wear a green shirt that says Rafael Zingano!
To just mess with the folks at some point.
What?
A green shirt.
Oh, yeah, because then you wouldn't see my body. I figured you'd be all over the Zingano. You blew it. So
No, well, something to be said. First of all, I wanted to first do. Oh, did you play that?
No, it wouldn't work.
Oh, okay.
Things
Well, first
are
of all, to Miss Alana Zingano,
That's right. Happy birthday to you.
expectant mother to baby Z.
Yep.
So happy birthday, Alana. Welcome to the show.
And if you missed, I'm sure a lot of people came here from there
Yeah.
because
So
their
we
live
appreciate
streams
that.
just before ours. And it's kind of a bittersweet thing because we can't always watch. You know me, I'm a big hot mess leading up to this show, right? And York kind of strolls in, hey, brother, what's going on, man? And I'm like, shut up. Let's do this. And I'm trying to get things set up. He's like, I don't have internet. I'm like, oh, snap. I'm running around. He's like, do you have a memory card reader? I'm like, dang it.
He didn't get to do his customary poop before the
I
show.
didn't. I'm probably going to have to step out here in a little bit.
But it's been less ship showy, kind of. Things work almost 90% of the time. So lately, I don't know.
I can't believe you just said that.
I know.
Florida Chris
I'm
is just
confident,
popping
though.
in. She says Jason doesn't feel well.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Ronnie Gilbert brings up a good point. He says it's always a good idea to protect your meat.
Slice.
I can
it
get behind that.
thin.
Yeah, I can get behind
I
that.
did a smoked tri-tip, and then shaved it real thin, and we had French dips that way. Oh,
Nice.
baby.
Sounds good.
It reminded me of like Kramer on Seinfeld, when he had the whole deli slicer deal. Shaving meat in the shower, and oh yeah.
Speaking of Seinfeld, it wasn't such a rollover win as we thought today.
Oh yeah, so he's referencing on our Facebook page the modern sitcom bracket we've got going on. I mean, Seinfeld today in the matchup is still trouncing Martin,
Yeah.
which I like both shows. but
Martin!
come on.
I voted for Martin just to try and tip the scales.
I knew it was going to be a lopsided victory, but
Yeah.
it's still not setting the record. So.
No. Mark Robertson's here. He says a war eagle. High Seas Paul is in the house. We had a good time with High Seas Paul. We hung out with him on the cruise, right? But then after the cruise, we went and stayed at the Diplomat Hotel in Fort Lauderdale. And it was a great evening, too. I'll get to that. But we're chilling at the pool, right? And we grab a couple chairs, and I'm going to get a beer. And I look over, and I'm like, I'll be a suck egg mule if that doesn't look like High Seas Cindy and Paul. And I kind of peek my head over, and I'm like, I'll be damned.
Out of all the freaking hotels.
Yeah, yeah. And they frequent that place. But slipping digits and dropping deuces, says Donnie Lee. Oh my God, I love this channel. Okay, so anyway, he helped me out. He helped me get a few shots at the pool. It was kind of like teamwork.
Not take a few.
No, just get a few shots. So, yeah.
Well, after you're seeing a lot of the footage,
Right. And yeah, that's another thing we got to get to. Larry Brandhorst, who we were on the cruise with, ton of fun. He says, you're always a hot mess. That is right. That is absolutely right. And everyone here should know that by now.
Well, most people probably know that are watching where you were last week, but there's some new folks. We've been having folks jump on board left and
like
right.
Crazy since last week. My goodness, there were 120 peeps in the chat.
And there might be some new this time as well. So where were you?
I was on my very first, our very first Carnival cruise, right? The Carnival Horizon, the Sharon at Sea Cruise Crew, Happy Cruising, Group Cruise, 2019. It was amazing. Just amazing. But we'll get to that. There's a lot of details to break through, and I'm hoping you can rein me in on that.
You went on a cruise. I got a deli slicer.
Yep. But I felt the same way when you were on the Magic. The only difference being when you were on the Magic, it was like a ghost town.
I say I'm not a creator, but you say I am. I'm not really. I don't vlog.
No, I get it. But I was hoping to somehow live vicariously through your phone.
I'm also cheap to not pay for internet. I'd rather get the drink package than the internet package.
Sounds like Kelly's in the house. Well, that's cool. I heard Sharon at Sea, Jamie had an emotional experience. Well, I can tell you, I think we all did at the end. Saying goodbye to everyone was a little tough. And I feel like friendships were made that are going to last a very long time. So,
well, and
Ashley R says, I need the Jamaica story. I go there next week. All I can tell you, Ashley, is to go back and watch the replay poolside on the Horizon.
For the whole story.
Last week, if you want the whole story. Because you saw how long it took me, everybody. I mean, come on now. So,
but
that ship will never be the same.
Speaking of which, though, I mean,
you're right.
Holy cow, that live stream last week. Man. The internet worked awesome. You guys were there. We had the biggest turnout ever for a live stream.
In the moment,
yeah,
I even felt how cool it was. You know what I'm saying? And that's not too often. You know, like usually we end the live stream and it takes me a while to process what happened. But in the moment, I was like, the drinks were flowing, things were happening. You know, my squirrel was in full effect. Yeah, but my drinks were floating away.
Can I address it? Because there was people teasing you about that a little bit. And I was laughing, and it's funny and all. But it's watching you in that element, you can tell it's just like sensory overload. Like you're on the cruise. Yeah. You're with all these fun people. Yes, cocktails are involved too. But I can't blame you, man. I don't know how I'd be able to. Thankfully, Anthony was...
He was my York 2.0. And I saw your comment about the neighbor Ron. And I was like, you know what? That's not even funny. But Big Pap, what'd you think of Big Pap when he was like, look me right in the eyes. I'm the captain now.
You needed somebody like that.
I know.
He was your muscle.
I wasn't kidding when I said all that about Big Pap. It really would have been easy for me. Can I get a... What? I just got oh no. I just got this text from the man I had dinner with at the Diplomat Hotel, who coincidentally built the pools. If you saw that picture I posted of the pool at night, he built them sons of guns. We had dinner with them at that hotel. He said, can I get a Roll Tide?
You'll never get that from me.
I'll give it to you because my sister graduated there. But when Ohio State plays them this year, you can bet, Robert, we aren't going to be on speaking terms, okay? No. We just got a super chat, y'all. We got a super chat. I feel like let's play some music. Yeah, we got a super chat. It was an awesome super chat from Heather Sebula.
Thank you, Heather. Did you say it right?
I think I said it right. I think I did it right in the live stream in the pool, too. Liz Breen says, roll tide, go Gators. I knew that would go.
All you SEC and ACC people, come on, we're Big Ten folks over here. So
I just got a message from Raphael. Let's check it out. That's York at his pool party last Wednesday. Oh, wait. Oh, this is York at the pool party last Wednesday.
By myself in a garbage can.
Can you see that? York was doing cannonballs. Well, at least nobody.
No, it was too cold here.
Oh, can you see that? Was that coming up?
Yeah, it came through.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Heck no, it was too cold around here.
We had a lifeguard at the pool who was kind of like,
what's going on here?
well, Anthony was like in tune with the rules, right? And he could tell like he was getting a little edgy. So he kind of worked him a little bit, and then some other people worked him a little bit. We got permission to do this thing. And then when we sang Happy Birthday to Doug, I saw him over there. He was singing.
Nice.
So he was having just as much fun as we were. It was a party. A party and a half in that
It looked
pool.
like it, man. And was it... Let me ask you this. What?
Mark Robertson's going to hate me for saying Roll Tide, but I say, you know, I don't care on the SEC. If I had to root for a team, it would definitely be.
And actually, if you super chat, we'll say anything you want.
That's true, but
just kidding.
Therese Royale is in the house. You know what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you going to say?
No. Actually, let's say hi to people.
Good idea. Should we go out?
I was gonna start diving into some questions I had for you, but I don't think it's appropriate yet.
Well, let's do something different. Let's go alphabetical this week. You want to?
I like it.
All right, cool.
I think that is a great idea.
Me too. Let's start from the top, folks. We got Amy Rogers, Ashley R, Beth Ullinger, Blaine 2007, Blaine 2007, Cash Addict Mel Stowe, Charles Hahn, Chris Barnett, Chris Sandberg, China Pearl, Cindy P, Mr. Colin Gleek. How you doing, buddy? Craving Cruises is here. Crazy Cat Traveler as well. Donnie Luke. Donnie. Oh, Donnie. We cherish you. Oh, Donnie.
Stick around, Donnie, because
that was my haiku.
I know the show can tend to go long sometimes, but we might have a Donnie appearance later.
There is a Donnie appearance later on this evening, but it only goes to the people who stay till the end. And that's all of y'all. We know that. Yeah. Anyway, Ellen Huffno's here. Hey, girl. How you doing?
I don't know if that was too loud or what. But.
Finley Cruisers are here. Heather Sebula. I think I'm doing it right. Listen, just know we love you. And if we keep saying your name wrong, it's always out of love. Jason Behrens is here. Jason has been quite the ham in the Facebook.
Yeah, active on Facebook. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I really appreciate a lot of his input lately. He's been funny. Yeah. Let's see. Josh Odom's here. Welcome, buddy.
Josh.
How you doing, man? Good to see you. Kim Hubner is here. We went to the sports bar on the ship, and I'm not going to mention names, but some people showed up with terrible towels. And when they weren't looking, I did a pre-show. Never mind. Anyhow, it was toilet paper in my eyes, and I might have spilled a dirty martini on there just when they weren't looking. Just say.
Yeah, plus they defected from Michigan.
We watched the Chargers get their backsides kicked in. But afterwards, Jamie and I went and smoked cigars until 4 in the morning.
Cigars?
Doing liquid courage all night.
Oh.
Then we woke up the next morning and my wife's like, hey, you've had 4 hours of sleep. It's time for a cabin crawl. First stop, Nancy's room. Those freaking Jell-O shots were, I'm telling you, I felt like the backside of a dog in the hot sun when I woke up.
You got these country boy analogies.
I know, it's coming to me. I'm inspired. When I did that first shot in Nancy's room, it was like somebody gave me, what's that stuff they stab in your heart? You know, like, oh, he's dead.
Oh, to like
adrenaline.
Give you a jump start?
Yeah. I did that shot and I was All right.
All right, all
It
right.
was a perfect cabin crawl. And then to top it off, you saw it in the intro with Lori Dashiell.
Yeah.
She sat down on that whoopee cushion. She won the whoopee cushion. I think
That was a prize? Oh,
I think she came in second in that because we got a card and we played it.
Poker run kind of deal.
And she went to go sit down to make a big old brrr, but when she sat down, she blocked it with her leg. So it came out the backside and exploded and like a big poof of dust came out. It's one of the highlights of that trip for me. And Lori, you were too, because we had so much fun chatting with you.
Nice.
Larry Brandhorst, another man who was on the cruise with us, he took part in our evening shots with us every night. Everyone at the table did shots.
Nice.
We collected a bunch of cool like shot glasses, and this is only half of them.
Oh, you didn't do that many then.
Yeah, we did one every night at the main dining room, and then one night where we missed, we doubled up the next night.
I know that a lot of people collect those and they try and get every color.
Yeah.
So how do you get those? Like, I didn't even see those on board when I was on the Magic.
You get them, great question. You get them if you order the shot of the day at the main dining room on that ship.
I didn't even know there was such a thing. I never saw it.
Yeah, and they were easy, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lemon Drop, Scooby Snack. That was good. And
Chicken Gizzard.
yeah, the old creme de chicken. Let's see, who else do we have? Leanne Sanford. I'm sorry, Leanne. Leanne Francisconi. The San Francisco treat. Leanne Francisconi is here. Welcome. Sorry about
the nail that helps with the hammer.
Yes.
The Sharon
at Sea.
Yeah.
Johnny B's here. I saw him just sneak in. Lisa McMahon's here. Lindy Lou. Lindy was... Is it Linda? Lindy? I wish I knew the name there, but she was all in on the live stream last week, and she was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
The mother hen is here, Liz Breen.
Liz Breen.
Thank you. We've been chatting it up the last couple days about the group cruise.
Liz, our lovely moderator and humor injector into all things ship show. So thanks for being here, Liz.
And quite frankly, the disciplinarian, if we're going to be real.
Yeah.
She's been known to...
The best looking one on the ship show.
That's by a long shot.
Yeah.
Lou Fran Martinez, welcome. Margaret A. Wilson. Okay, listen, I need to know. Somebody tell me, but give me a few minutes to get through the names in the chat here. We got a gift on the ship from Margaret Wilson. But there's also Margaret Marnie Wilson, and I feel like it was Margaret Marnie Wilson that sent the gift, but I feel like Margaret A. Wilson is someone different, and I think that's something we need to distinguish with some sort of sound effect. We're going to figure that out. Mark Robertson's here.
I'm just going to play it wrong because I'm never going to get it right.
Right.
You need a picture in your avatar next to your name there. That would help us in our ship showing.
You know what? That's a good idea. Maybe put a chicken in there, Margaret. Or something. That's just a suggestion. You do you. Mark Robertson's here. War Eagle. I'm surprised he hasn't tuned out yet. We missed a super chat. I'm surprised that we're talking to the peeps. I got to get back to the thing.
Well, we'll get through the names.
Look at me talking to my phone like Raphael can hear me. Hey, Raphael. I'll be right there. Hold on. Mark Robertson, welcome, man. Michelle Stamper. What a lovely woman. Otherwise known as Mrs. Claus.
And Mrs. Pop.
Yeah, Mrs. Pap. Listen, such a pleasure meeting you. Michigan Mom's here. Nurse Nancy, I'm going to start flying because we're missing things in the chat. Paul Atta, another man who has been injecting a lot of humor into the ship show page, and we appreciate that.
That's crazy.
And you know what? Speaking of the ship show... Funny. I know what you just did right there. I need to hurry up. Okay, I got you. That's what Paul said earlier.
Paul's a genius.
Yes, he is. And you're a butthead. Anyway, now I forget what I was going to say. Oh, speaking of the Facebook group, if you haven't already joined the Facebook group, The Ship Show, or The Ship Show, you should.
That was beautiful.
We have a lot of fun. Thank you. We do a lot of cool polls every morning to kind of get everybody involved every day. If you haven't joined, you should look us up on Facebook. The Ship Show. Shameless promotion. I should have like a graphic for that. Melissa Yeager's here. We already said that. Michigan Mom is here. Welcome. Nails by Mare. Nurse Nancy is here. I cried. I'm not going to lie. Little tear came to my eye when I had to give her a hug goodbye. I was so excited to meet Nancy.
Seeing her the first time.
Yeah.
Let alone leaving.
I saw her the first time. Another time when I wasn't recording. I thought I was. She came across the catwalk with Big PAP and all the other peeps. And I'm like
a visionary.
And it was like, ah! It's like, there's Nurse Nancy. And Anthony's standing up. Oh, right on time.
Cruise Church.
Ooh, they've got good acoustics. Let's see who. Rockdale Gaming is here. Sharon at Sea. The hosts with the mosts are here. What a great time we had with them. Let's see. Tom Beetle Bailey's here. Trevor Begockler. Vicky Baywick. I'm gonna say Baywick.
Trevor Begockler.
And last, and certainly not least, Wanda Byram, who will also make appearances later in the show if she sticks around. We got another super chat from Margaret A. Wilson. What? How generous
okay,
is
now,
that?
now I'll remember which Margaret.
Yeah. her only comment was the letter N. So Margaret, thank you.
Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that.
Yes. Yep. Thank you.
You
We appreciate it. That's a double begot. Let's go back in the chat a little bit, see what we missed. Uh-oh. Skipped me. Melissa Yeager says we skipped her. Oh, well, Melissa, sometimes it's weird, you know. It's just hard.
But hey.
Anthony Plack says, hello, old friend. Larry Brandhorst asks a great question. Is Wanda Perlman here?
Bitch.
That's what Jamie said. She didn't even show. No, she showed. I talked to her. Quite frankly, she was a little bit uppity and stuck up. Just saying.
So just so you know, I wasn't calling one of our viewers that name.
No. Wanda Perlman's me. That was the alter ego I used to try and keep the secret from Jamie that we were coming. And it was funny, too, because when we got to the hotel, they're like, I was like, yeah, I'm Wanda Perlman. And people were like, oh, we were wondering about that. Something didn't add up with Wanda Perlman. Like, she just didn't seem like the type that would be on this
very
cruise.
Pretentious.
Yeah. Mark has a question.
She looked very...
And I feel like I'll answer it because I know you have questions for me, right? But Mark has a question. What's my take on Mr. Sancho's? I'm going to tell you. Mr. Sancho's is really, really cool. The drinks, that dirt, I don't even know what they call it. Jamie, help me here. It's the he called it like the dirty martini, but it was like a brown margarita, and it had
brown?
Yeah, but it had like this ancho chili like around the rim.
So that's probably okay.
It tasted tequila-ish. But anyway, the food, Mark. The food was fantastic.
Dude,
and
that's what blew me away too.
Yeah.
There. I mean, the food was, for a place
the
that's
ceviche,
all inclusive, and they try and get you to do the buffet thing, but you can order on the side and it's still all included.
For example, Coco K. Yeah, have fun at the buffet with your hamburgers. You know what I'm saying? This place, ceviche, several different types.
Oh.
I had a whole fried fish, the kind that I had in Curacao. Oh,
and you gotta
die for.
I've heard that you gotta get that early because they tend to run out of the whole fish. But I'm glad you got that. They didn't have. They were out when I tried to order it.
Well, I ordered it early, and it came just in the nick of time because we did a snorkeling excursion with Nancy and Amber. Lori DeShield's daughter came with us. We all went snorkeling. It was fun. But Mark, and the service was fantastic. Our waiters were on point all day.
Dude, they're good.
They did forget my ceviche at the end, but at that point I was so buzzed out.
After you'd had 2 orders of
ceviche. He was probably like, you know what? He doesn't need it. But check it out. So at Mr. Sancho's, you got a call.
I do.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We'll get back to this. Mark, I loved it. We better take this call.
Hello, hello.
What's going on, buddy?
Who do we got here?
This is Big PAP.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? Mr. Pat.
Hello, buddy.
So John doesn't know. We've got a few special
Yeah.
guests tonight, but he doesn't know who.
York told me there's going to be some phone calls, and I won't know who they are. So, first call is Mr. Big PAP. Y'all.
Yeah. Big Pap, thank you for calling in and so promptly.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen, Mr. Pap, if I may, was my...
Yes.
He was my muscle on board the Carnival Horizon. I spent most of my days going around stirring the pot. Like, hey, would you mind picking up the pace here? I'm trying to get a guy's burger, and you're taking your time trying to decide between onions and pickles. Come on, let's move it, sister. And, you know, her boyfriend would get mad, and then I would take off running behind Big Pap and be like, yeah, what are you going to do now? Huh? I'm just kidding. But...
So move along, children. John's got to get his sandwich fixed.
yeah, that's right.
Well, Big Pap, hey, by the way, I probably don't know this, but how many cruises have you been on?
Counting the three we just got off of, 5.
Yeah, 3.
Okay, so 5.
3 cruises in a row.
Can you talk about that? Because I know the third cruise that is the one you were on with John, but what did you do before that?
The first week we went on a 4-day Royal Caribbean. Got off on Friday, spent the night, and then October 5th, Saturday, we got back on the Horizon the same night that Nancy got on with her daughter, and spent 8 days there, and then did a back-to-back when John and Sharon and everybody, and Jamie and everybody else got on. It was an awesome time.
What royal ship did you do?
Navigator of the Seas.
Oh, right
Nice.
on. That's one I haven't been on. You?
No, but I've heard great things. As a matter of fact, Robert is trying to get me on that ship. Let me just address some things. Boxed wine is the greatest Australian invention ever, right?
Okay.
Johnny B is telling me it's the Dirty Monkey, and I think he's right. However, Sharon is rebutting that and saying it's the Dirty Sancho Margarita. So I don't know what I was drinking, but I feel like it might have been the Dirty Monkey, and I liked it. So
Big Pop, were you at Mr. Sancho's also?
No, we couldn't get a ticket, so we didn't get to go. So I missed that day.
Was it one of those like they were sold out type deals?
Yeah, it was sold out.
No kidding.
it was pretty packed, but it wasn't like a problem. So, wait, Margaret A. Wilson is the same. Oh, her account keeps getting hacked, so she... Oh, that is so good to know.
All right.
Thank you. And thank you for the awesome pastries on board. Big Pap and I, and Mama Pap, I'm sorry, that's what I like to call her. We've made plans to get together.
She doesn't mind Mama Pap, right?
No, I don't think so, does she?
Nah, she's fine.
We have plans to get together here sometime at Coachy House in Worcester.
Oh, nice.
So I'm looking forward to
they're
that.
Ohioans, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you call Ohioans? Like I'm a Michigander.
We're really called Buckeyes, but I don't know if
Ohioans?
Mr. Pap would agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I mean, you from northern Ohio, you might be a Buckeye, but down here where I live, we're just called Hilljacks.
Hilljacks. All right.
145 watching, says Colin Gleek.
Oh.
Get straight out of town. You kiss your mother with that mouth. Come on now. Don't get my hopes up like that.
Hey, Big Pap, did you know or
Don't show them that. People will tune out. No, I'm just kidding.
did you know or have any inclination that John was going to show up on this cruise?
Yes, I did.
Ooh.
I told him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
What, that I told Big
I
Pap?
didn't
Yeah.
say.
Oh, yeah, I told Big Pap.
Oh, all right.
John told me some time ago, and he threatened me to within an inch of my life, which I laughed at, but I didn't tell nobody.
We're going to make a Rosinfandel right here.
Well, so someone else, was he the only other person, besides Sharon that knew?
Nancy, I want you to chime in the chat, and I know we're way behind in the chat.
We're going to have a hard time with the chat tonight,
Right.
just saying.
Yeah, come on, just bear with us here, guys. I know we're not the best with the chat, and we appreciate all y'all tuning in. We're going to try and get caught up. But Nancy, let me know if I'm correct here. I feel like Nancy may have had a hint that we were coming, but she found out when she went to the Mater D the night before we embarked to get the
she
chefs
was on the back-to-back.
She was getting the steakhouse all set up, and she saw our names on the list because Sharon told me about that. But Kelly says, says thank you to the Spikers. It appears that the guys really like the wine glasses. Yes, we do. Well, how can we not? They're begocking out with their car. Begocking out. Never mind. I almost said it bad. Larry Brandhorst says that hallelujah plays every time Nurse Nancy enters the room.
Right. I know.
Right.
Big PAP. Was John, this is a question because this was John's first Carnival cruise. Was he, and you spent a lot of time with him from what I could tell on some of the footage. Was he comparing everything to Royal constantly? Is what I would like to know.
I would say somewhat, yes. Especially at dinner.
Especially at dinner. Where's the ding sound?
I
sound.
I don't fault you for that, but I was curious because when Lisa and I went on our first Carnival cruise, all we could do was talk to each other about it.
Right.
And being in the community, and it's kind of interest to all of us. I was wondering was that always in your mind, and you know what I mean, or is it just mostly food related?
I'll be honest. I don't think it really started kicking in until like Big Pap says, Mark is his name for the folks in the house. When we got to dinner, that's when it kicked in.
Okay.
Because we'll get to the whole thing, right? We should probably start breaking it down here. But I don't want to say too much, but except for the fact that there was good and bad here. Yeah. But when it came to the food, the comparisons came. Let's just say that. But I don't think I walked around the ship like, oh, Royal does this. And
no, I wouldn't expect you to.
Yeah.
But I was curious.
I have a question.
Yeah. For Big
Mr. Pap, what do you think about the food on the Navigator as opposed to the Horizon?
I knew you was going to ask that. Somebody was.
Yeah.
It was fairly comparable. I thought that the Navigator Seas, one night we just ate upstairs at the buffet because we was late getting back. I thought it was much better than Carnival, actually. But the rest of it was pretty comparable. Some of the stuff on Carnival I like better in the main dining room.
Okay, that's fair.
But I'm a country boy, so whatever was put in front of us as kids, we just ate. So, you just kind of go with that, dude.
Country boy can't survive.
There's something to the fact that when I'm on vacation, I'm almost eating to survive and keep my drink going.
That's not how I roll.
I know you
I'm
don't.
completely different.
I know.
Skip the Line Media brings up a point. They say, skipped me, but it's in the name. If we skipped you, we're not skipping you now.
Yeah.
If York had a soundboard up, but we'd play a sound for you like a bagok or something, but...
See, the phone is working very well.
Yeah. Let's not mess with the good thing.
I don't want to mess with it.
I can't believe we got Big Pap. Like, truthfully, I'm not going to lie. I see all these posts flying around on Facebook, and I'm sure, Mark, you do as well. And it kind of like takes you back in time. And like, I do truly feel like a family kind, or some serious friendships were born there. Like, we're just like a little family. And like, I see all these pictures and it brings back memories, and it's kind of like, it gets you right in the chestal area, I don't know.
Right in the chestals.
Like, it was hard to say goodbye to the Stampers.
Yeah.
It was hard to say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah, Michelle and I, we talked about that, and we drove to Miami on our trip this time, so we had a long drive home. We did stop in Savannah for a day or so, and so we were kind of busy along the way, but we did talk a lot about everybody on the ship and how much we really enjoyed them, and there was some good friendships made, like you said, and I'm real pleased. I'm real happy that we went, and it really didn't sink in until Monday evening late. We got home just as Sharon at Sea came on the other night, but yesterday when we were just here kind of finally settling down, it really started hitting like, wow, man, we had such a good time with everybody, and I miss John, I miss this guy and this lady and all the different folks that was there, and it was an awesome time.
Pap,
and I encourage everybody to try it once.
Yeah, so it's safe to say that it was your first group cruise that you went on, just basically just knowing people virtually, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's right. For me.
for you too.
Terry Krotzer, we cruised with them. Which is more party, Carnival or Royal? The long and the short of it is Carnival. There's no doubt about it. Not to say that Royal isn't a party, but Carnivals, they throw down. They just throw down.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And Cookie was awesome too. He made things fun the whole time we were there for 2 weeks.
Director.
It was awesome with him.
Yeah, I loved Cookie.
He looked like he gave you guys a lot of attention. Like he'd stop by and say hi.
Yeah, we
often.
ran into him frequently at the Alchemy Bar. Jason Barron says, Big Pap, that's not an Ohio accent. And Jason, I've got to tell you, oh yes it is. That is a Southern Ohio accent if you've ever heard one. I know it
That's
because
the
I'm from
Southern
there.
Ohio, Kentucky.
You get south
hybrid.
of Columbus. No, you get southeast of Columbus, and down. That's how they talk.
Yep.
And that's
Hey, listen, dude. If you go any further south from where I live, you're standing in the middle of the Ohio River.
There
You can't go no further south.
I catch a lot of guff for using the term y'all, but I spent a lot of time in Columbus. I worked there for 10 years, and I spent a lot of time in Alabama. I kind of picked it up. I mean, it's just a thing.
Some of my greatest friends are from the South, from South Carolina,
Yeah.
North Carolina, Kentucky.
My best friend in the
And
Marine
so-
Corps is from, well, my second best friend in the Marine Corps is from Rock Hill,
And
South
since
Carolina.
you've been saying y'all so much on the show, now I say it all the
You
time.
pick it up, right? It comes with you. Pretty soon I'm going to be talking like Big Pap. Michelle, your wife, she's here in the chat, and she says, agreed, John, we need to have a family reunion. We will. You know what? I would love to get together with you guys. Maybe, I don't know what you got going on. I know you got a lot of grandkids, but maybe at sometime in the holiday season, we make it down to Ohio quite a bit. We can hit up that old Coachy house, or if we got to meet in the middle, whatever.
Yeah, we can make that work. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
So, Big Pap, what was it like hanging out with John? I know him well. I live near him. I've never gone on vacation with him. I will be doing it for the first time in February. What can I expect?
Hold on. Hold that thought, Big Pap, because we just got a super chat from
Alrighty.
the girl with the fish, otherwise known as Cash Addict Mel.
I figured out how to do both.
Oh, nice. Because Cash Addict Mel really was the person who should have won the Sharon at Sea photo contest, in my opinion. She gave us a $5 super chat and says, excited for the Group Cruise 2020 and 2021. How was Captain's Table? We'll get there, Cash Addict Mel.
Yeah.
I didn't do Captain's Table. I don't know if that's the same. I did Chef's Table. And I'll just tell you this. Best meal of my life. We'll get there. Maybe.
Yeah.
This
Thank you
could
for
be a
the
long
super
show.
chat.
Thank you so much. All right, Big Pap. Sorry.
Big Pap, what can I expect vacationing with John?
A lot of long evenings. I think that Jamie can speak better than I, with him and John spending like half the night in the bars. But you know that's pretty cool. But I enjoyed him. I enjoyed everybody. John, for me, I work construction my whole life, so we're all the time cracking up on the jobs and jabbing at each other, and that's exactly how I felt with John. And it just flowed well. I thought that's how I felt about it. So he could have just been any guy I've worked with for the last 30 years, and that was awesome. So I thought we all meshed well.
Yep.
It looked like you guys all did. You had a good group.
We did. And you know what? The whole group got along well. And then, you know, the group was so large that we had different tables, right? And Michelle points to this in her comment. Mrs. Pap says, on Royal, dinner's boring. There's no shots. There's no fun talk. There's no singing. There's no dancing, right? Like, that's true. But our table was our own little, like, kind of subgroup of the group at dinner time.
Right.
And we all did that shot of the day every night, and it was fun. People, like, you know, we bonded that way.
There's something to be said about the group, right? Like, if the same group was on a Royal ship, you guys would be whooping it up and hollering at dinner anyway and making your own party, right?
Right.
If our group would have been on a Royal, dining room acting like that, we'd have got a lot of brow beat down. There'd have been a lot of people looking at us.
Yeah, because I was like, what?
Because they would have been jealous.
Yeah. We have a new person in the chat, and I feel it's only appropriate to mention. Your secret friend is their name. And their comment is it mostly old people that go on cruises? Negative, Ghost Rider. It is mostly everyone that goes on cruises.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I mean, especially on that cruise. But even on Royal, it's the same thing. It's not just old people.
I'll tell you what.
If you said, is it mostly old people on...
there was a time when it was like...
Yeah.
Hey, listen, our group was made up of some older people, older than I was. And I tell you, some of those folks, and they know who they are, and I love them. They were rowdier than us.
Right.
It was awesome.
And let's not forget Terry and DC-810, who we thought was a pilot, who's actually Mrs. Crosser. Right? We thought
they were awesome too. Everybody was great.
They were great. They hung out with us in the pool at Mr. Sancho's, and they had the best costume. I don't care. Listen, Paps, I know you guys had great costume, but that wheelchair get up with the doctor and the messed up patient with the tequila IV, that should have won.
Yeah.
They got robbed by the Toy Story family, and I already lodged a complaint. So, but Cookie hasn't answered yet. So, anyway.
Yeah, Cookie's ghosting you.
Yep. High Seas Paul, kind of like you did on your Carnival cruise.
Oh.
High Seas Paul says Michelle and Mark are the bomb. Way too cool. And you know what? So are High Seas Paul and Cindy.
Heck yes, man. I like them. I had a great time with Cindy and Paul.
Yep.
Enjoyed those Cuban iced teas, didn't we, Paul?
Oh my gosh, I had one of those on the last night.
What
it was
was
delicious. A Cuban iced tea.
I don't know what
we
that,
had
what
that
is
in
that?
the Havana bar. It's tell him, Big Pap, because I don't know. I was buzzed out that night.
There's about 5 different types of Bacardi and rums and a little bit of cola. I think some fresh lime juice in it. It's pretty good stuff.
All right.
Paul Atta wants to know if Big Pap will read him bedtime stories because his voice is so soothing.
Okay, Paul.
DC-810 wants to know, what the heck is in that wine glass, John? I'll tell you.
Nothing right now.
No, well, it's almost empty. I am drinking boxed Chardonnay. The black box Chardonnay, the award-winning stuff.
Yeah.
We felt it only appropriate since the Spikers sent the awesome glasses.
Sturdy.
They are sturdy, y'all.
Acoustics.
These are weapons, actually. That we have some wine. But I'm starting to think that beer is probably the move after this. Because someone made a comment earlier. I think it was Liz. She said, wine is 14% alcohol. Just saying.
Yeah, but it's sipping.
Yeah, but I think I just pounded this one.
That's all right.
I'm gonna switch to beer after this.
You're all right. You're a veteran.
I mean, my tolerance is up high after last week. Let's just put it that way. Am I right?
Yeah.
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 No doubt.
Speaking of which, Big Pap, did you have the drink package or not?
Lisa McMahon's
we had
here.
drink package.
She's from Fort Worth.
You had the drink package. John, you had the drink package.
Yep.
Did either of you come close to hitting limits on any days?
Go ahead. You first, Mark.
No, I didn't. We some days were better than others as far as drinking, but I never came close to the drink package. But I still feel like I come out ahead on it. Looking at what we had,
If you had more than
I feel
5.
like every day we come out ahead.
You do. If you had more than 5, then you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. But we also, we had some soft drinks through the day, some Powerades, water, things like that, that we would have had to pay for also. So
No.
we had all that in. We come out ahead.
No doubt. Did you
Day one, the individual I was with hit 15 at like 3:50
in the afternoon?
in the evening. In the morning.
Oh,
In the morning.
3:15 in the morning.
And I hit 14 at the same time. I never got to 15, and I shut her down after that.
I only did the first night when Lisa and I got on the Magic, the first day.
Yeah, it was the first day for me too.
Yeah.
After that, I don't even know. Griffin and Alyssa are in here, and they say Carnival's chocolate lava cake is way better than Royals. Drops mic. Boom. I didn't have it.
I don't know. I've had it on both, and I'm just like, I don't get the.
I didn't have the chocolate cake on Royal, so I can't compare. But
Someone posted a video recently on how that lava cake is made, and I can't remember who it was, but I watched the whole thing, and it was rather impressive how they make that chocolate lava cake. Mark Robertson says, "Sweet Home Alabama." War Eagle. He wants to make that
Lighters
clear.
up, baby.
Yeah.
Well, Pap, I want to know, are you considering, or I can't recall if you've booked the 2021 Ship Show Sharon at Sea group cruise?
We're actually kicking it around right now.
Nice.
I need to talk with Sharon and see what's left, if there's any rooms left. Sean and I, we've been talking about it. Though.
Oh, she'll make room. She'll figure it out.
We'll make room.
Yep.
You can stay with us.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, I ain't tucking you in, John.
Dang it. That's kind of what I was hoping for, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Pap, well, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much. It's good to hear from you.
problem.
Good to hear your voice. Awesome to follow you and see you guys on all the footage, and I know I'm going to see more. So I was just really jealous, is all I'm going to say.
I get it. Listen, I want to tell you all, I was looking at some footage tonight trying to put together the little intro that I did, and I put that together with like 45 minutes before we went live. I don't know how well I vlogged this this trip, because I was having so much fun. Like, there was so much going on. Like, my camera almost became like a hindrance. Like, I don't need, just go away. You know what I mean? Like, that's how much fun I was having on that trip. So I don't know how good the vlogs are going to be. We'll find out, but
yeah,
it was the time of my life.
They'll be good. Well, if that's how you felt and that's what you experienced, they're going to be good.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep. A cruise is what you make of it, says Michigan Mom. The cruise is what you make of it with the people you're with. Make it your party, says Mark Robertson.
No doubt about that. I think we had a good time. We made it what we wanted it.
Yep. Terry Krotzer says, I look forward to another group cruise. I was a bit shy not knowing anyone, but with this chat, I will know people next time. Yeah, and you guys were a blast.
Don't worry about that.
Yep.
Don't worry about that. Most people are going in not knowing each other personally anyway.
Yep.
So Big Pop, thank you so much. Say hi to your beautiful wife. I'm sure she's right there with you.
And the grandkids.
Yeah. They were just out here this evening and left.
You gonna hang with us for a little bit and listen in?
Oh, yeah. It's
All right.
like every week, man. I'm back in the saddle now. I'm back in the recliner watching you guys on the big screen.
All right, man.
Right on, Big Pop.
Listen, Coachy House, it will be soon.
The muscle of the ship
just
show.
let me know. We'll make it happen.
Yep. Big Pap is the official muscle emoji of the ship show.
Take care, guys.
Yeah, thanks,
All
Big
right,
Pap.
thanks for calling, man. Vicky Bowiak says, on Royal, we were asked to be quiet at dinner, or we'd be asked to leave.
No kidding.
Just laughing and having a great night with family. Now that is some shenanigans.
So,
what ship, Vicky? I would love to know.
And I'd love to know, too, whether it was early or late seating, because we've traditionally always sat late seating on Royal, and short of there's not waiters dancing and doing that kind of stuff, but there's people getting loose and loud. And
yeah, I got excited, and I knew this guy's voice from Josh Holcomb's videos and others when the maitre d's like, it's showtime. You knew the fun was about to start. I went straight for my napkin. I was like, auntie. Mark Robertson says, got to get ready for work. We'll be on the Vista out of Galveston Saturday for the La Lita Loca Halloween group cruise. Y'all have a great night. War Eagle. War Eagle, Mark, thanks for joining us. And tell all the peeps on your group cruise that we said, begat!
Right on.
Yeah.
All right.
Have fun, Mark.
So, Carnival Horizon out of Miami, what ports did you go to?
We went to Cozumel. We went to Grand Cayman. We went to Ocho Rios.
What was your favorite port out of those three? I have not been to Ocho Rios. I've been to the other two.
I'm going to say Grand Cayman because I got to swim with turtles and stingrays.
Turtles.
But I like turtles.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy Mr. Sancho's, don't get me wrong. And quite frankly, I hear a lot of smack talk about Jamaica, but the Grand Bahia Principe Resort, you're foolish if you don't go there. That place is amazing.
So those 3 ports are 3 ports you had not been to.
Yep,
all 3.
Yep.
That's what makes an awesome cruise too.
I will say this: when we go back in February to Cozumel, I'm not totally sold on going back to Mr. Sancho's, only because I'd like to see what some of the other available options are. But it's a great fallback.
I know that Jamie and Sharon from Sharon Sea, they like the Paradise Beach Club, which you can do all inclusive or pay as you go, but they have a much nicer pool. And basically all those beach clubs share the basic same stretch of beach anyway. So it might be something to do. Plus we might be scuba diving. So
yeah. The chat jumped on me. I like to kind of jump around in the chat. If we missed you, just say it again.
It's going to be a tough time on the chat tonight. Just saying.
Yep. High Seas Paul brings up a good point, and I like it. Don't be shy on a group cruise. It goes by too fast, and you'll regret it. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth?
Well, I don't know if we got to it. What were you apprehensive about anything?
Yes. And mostly because of the food, because you had warned me.
No. I mean about the group cruise, cruise angle in general. Because you've only cruised really with your. I mean, you guys have met up with Griff and Alyssa just as a small group. We've only ever cruised with our family. Yep. So were you apprehensive about that aspect of it?
And I don't know if this gets to the crux of what you're asking me, but I was apprehensive in a lot of ways about showing up as a big surprise and somehow becoming a distraction. Because if Jamie didn't know I was coming, would I somehow be distracting them from still putting out the good vlogs? Or you know what I'm saying? Or feeling like, hey, somehow I've got to entertain this guy, or you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just didn't want to be like overbearing or anything. I was apprehensive about that. I was also a little shy about meeting a bunch of people I didn't know, but that was over within 5 minutes at the pool at that
before you even got on the ship.
Everyone was just like, hey, how's it going? And beyond that, I mean, are the McDowells here? I don't know if they watch the live streams, but they were great too. I've got some good footage of.
The Spikers are gonna join us on the La Lita Loca Sharon at Sea cruise in October. So cool. They just booked.
York, get ready for us.
Yeah. Yep. I know that they were throwing around some different itineraries, so that's awesome to hear that
that's going to be epic. It's going to be, you know what? In my mind, I couldn't have pictured a better cruise experience than last week, right? And next year, that's going to be
3 times as many people.
There's so many more people. We're going to get to meet all these people. Yeah. And it's going to be I mean, I can't even process that. Well, I mean, can it be any more fun than last week? I don't know.
What I really liked, and what I know John and I have talked about it with the group cruise that we're planning in 2021 in October to Bermuda with the Sharon at Sea crew.
Yep.
Is we'll have some organized activities. Show up if you want, enjoy, participate if you want. But at the end of the day, it's your vacation too. So don't feel obligated. I don't think it didn't seem like watching you guys crew that anyone ever felt obligated to do anything that they didn't want to do. If you want to come and show up at this time or place and go on this excursion with us, great.
You know what? I think you just touched on. That was another thing I was a little apprehensive about because I didn't know how a group cruise would work.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, do I need to be at everything? What's going to happen if I'm not at everything, or I don't want to miss everything?
Dick, John.
Yeah, but really, it all happened organically. If you stayed plugged in, you knew what was happening.
Right.
If you chose to step away, then
if you wanted to.
Right. If you know what I mean. So, we got another call.
We do.
Better take it. I have no idea who it is either. I'm trying to figure out.
Hola.
Oh, do you know who this is?
Yes, I do. From that laugh, I heard you laughing.
Who do you think it is?
You are the same woman who was up in that spectacular suite at Mr. Sancho's with Sharon, getting a behind-the-scenes look at those suites. This is Nancy and Anthony. Hello, guys. I miss
Yes,
you.
it is, but just like when we were in the lobby, you're not recognizing me when I'm saying hello.
Oh my gosh! Wait, can I tell this story really quick? So
You need to.
when this,
We'll keep him on track with the story.
it's so funny because when the moment was coming, it was building up. Please don't call me. I'm going to bed. I'm sick. I love you, says Nanners. Okay, well,
Says
I
who?
love you, Caitlin.
Oh.
Anyway, so I'm going to do this big reveal, right? Kelly and I get to the hotel, and I'm like, you go check in. I'm going to hang out here, and I'm hiding behind a bush outside, right? I'm hiding there because I didn't want anyone to see me because Sharon told me people were downstairs at the pool, right?
Well, you had everybody stayed at the Embassy Suites, right?
So we get to the hotel. Kelly checks in, and the bellman comes out with this cart and gets all our bags because you know how I roll. I overpack. And we went up to our room, and I hid behind the luggage cart to get up to our room. I changed clothes because I was in Michigan clothes. It was cold when we left. And I come downstairs.
65. Sharon
Sharon says, okay, we're all at the pool. Come down now. So I'm coming down. We're walking past the lobby, and I hear, and I'm like, I've always wanted to be walking somewhere and hear a begat.
Besides our neighborhood.
Except for this exact moment when I'm trying to be low key, right? So
Yeah, you're trying to be low key.
so I'm hiding, so I just ignored it. That's the play I went with, right? So I just kept going, and we go to the bar so I can get a dirty martini.
Shocking.
Huh?
Shocking.
Right. And then oh shoot, their last name, I think it's the Fletchers, but I could be wrong. Oh my gosh, hate me now. They were sitting at the bar, and he comes up to me, he goes, "You're that begat dude, right? You look familiar." I said, "Yes, that's me, but shh, I'm getting ready to go surprise Jamie right now." He's like, "Okay, they're right around the corner." I mean, I was always into the chickens. When I get excited, I'm begat. Oh my goodness. You son of a gun. Oh, you're lucky. That video disappeared. See, look at that. Oh, I'm going to have to put that back. Anyway, so then we go out. You sucker. We successfully pull off the surprise.
Hey,
and
Plax, if you guys, I think I can hear some reverb. Can you turn the sound down if you're watching us on TV?
No, we're just on the phone.
Oh, just on the phone?
Okay. So the surprise goes down, and then Anthony shows up. He's like, "Hey, nice job. You just freaking ignored my begat." Which, in any other situation, I would have stopped everything, turned all my cameras on, and be like, "Who just begat me?" You know what I'm saying? But yes. Really, I'd rather not call him Anthony. I'd rather call him York 2.0.
The squirrel wrangler.
Doodles 2.0.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The squirrel wrangler. You did an excellent job of trying to wrangle him in on the live stream because that sensory overload was just going crazy. So you did a great job, Anthony.
Managing the drink.
I get your feeling of trying to surprise. When I was trying to surprise Sharon with that get together, I totally understand where you're coming from, though, John. So I get it.
Yeah.
That whole sneaking up and trying to make the moment great.
Well, as I'm walking up to Jamie, somebody was in the pool, and they're like,
I totally got dressed up for this.
As I'm walking up, somebody in the pool sees me coming, and they go, "Hey, Jamie, there's another vlogger." So I lifted my camera up like this so you couldn't see my face. You're fading away. I need you over here. Wait.
I'm coming. All right.
Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. I always push you out of the frame because I'm so
Well, I'm trying to. If I move my computer an inch more, it's gonna not do well. So
Nancy, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. When we said goodbye, I got a little misty. I was like, This isn't fair. Why can't we all just stay on this boat?
It felt like you guys, y'all, well, especially Nancy, it felt like y'all were gone a long time. I mean,
Oh my
Nancy,
gosh,
for you,
our group
Nancy, for you with the
bonded so
back to
well.
with the back to back for you, Nancy, was that the longest time you'd been gone on a cruise?
Absolutely. But like with the group cruise at the end, that was so hard to say goodbye. I wanted so much more time with everybody.
Yeah.
Like with everybody. I felt like at the last party, I was just starting to like be able to spend actual time with everyone. I don't know. It went crazy fast.
Kevin Brubaker says, John, get some more wine while you're up.
I already poured it. Well,
You hooked me up again.
yeah, but you have beer, so should I
Yeah.
just have your wine?
Yeah, you could take it. Cruising through life with Al and Jeannie is here, and they say hi, Liz. But Ruth Todd says John has to poop.
Every night before the ship show. About 15 minutes before we go live.
Also, the Hubners say they're so excited for 2020. We are too. It's going to be epic.
Nurse Nancy and Anthony, did you tell them you were going to be there?
I don't think I told Nancy. Nancy, did I tell you at some point?
You did not. No, but Sharon did say that there was going to be a surprise guest.
Did you have an inclination?
I totally
We
did.
knew.
I totally did.
Yeah, but-
I was like, it has to be done. It has to be.
So,
Yeah, we knew.
is it true that you found out from the maitre d' that I was going to be there?
I really knew with that list. I saw from the list, it wasn't the steakhouse. It was when we were trying to get our tables. I was trying to arrange the tables when I was on the first cruise to make sure the group cruise tables were good tables, and everybody, I was arranging that with Sharon.
Okay.
And I saw your names on that list, and I was like, yep.
He was trying so hard to be incognito because he even had me like reach out to John Heald and say,
Yeah,
"Hey,
I was
it's-
trying to get that John Heald gift. I was unsuccessful, by the way. You know, like, I even sent John Heald a message as Wanda Perlman, or actually my second alter ego, which was Brenda. I said, hey, Mr. Heald, this is not my real name, but we're trying to surprise some people.
Yeah.
And we're going to be on the Horizon in 3 days. You know, whatever. You know how people do. And Mr. Heald probably saw, I said, you're probably not going to recognize the name on the booking. And he was probably like, this is all shenanigans, so go away.
well, it was all shenanigans.
Yeah, it was. But I got, whatever.
So I surprised you by jumping in that pool, though, hey?
Oh my goodness. So
Oh, my
Anthony and
goodness.
Nancy, I need to ask you this. So watching that live during the live stream, which was amazing, by the way, on both your parts.
Yeah. Not
I
just
could-
our live, but all of Sharon at C's
Yeah,
lives, too.
I could have sworn I was hearing someone going, "No, Nancy, no."
Oh, yeah.
Tony,
That was Tony. He's like, Nancy, no. I was standing right next to him.
Harry, the security guard, had
No, it was
just
the
warned.
lifeguard. It was the lifeguard.
Well, he's a security guard.
Yeah.
So he had warned me that we were kind of on the edge of getting thrown out, and I was like, no, we don't want to do that.
But Lori and I had talked to him ahead of time, and we had specifically gone over and said, hey, you see what's going on here? These are YouTubers. We're doing a live stream. We explained it to him, and he said, okay, one
Yeah, I wasn't in on that at
one
all.
time.
So I had no inkling that she had that talk, because I had the other talk about how we're kind of crossing the line there. So
he thought we were going to get thrown out, and I'm like, I know this is fine. Let's go for it.
So it had nothing to do with Anthony being displeased with your antics, Nancy, right?
Oh,
no, I was fine with that.
he knows me.
That was an
I was fine
epic.
with that. She had talked about possibly that might occur, and I was like okay with it. But when I talked to Harry, the security guard, he was like, no, this is starting to cross the line, and I was like, I don't want to have that cause the problem, So yeah, I was trying to warn her off.
It made for such.
He was trying to take care of other people in the pool.
Well, yeah.
Other people in the pool. We were trying to be respectful and stuff too.
It was
What's
hard.
funny was
It was
that-
hard to do that, too, yeah.
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 That whole pool thing was just funny in a lot of ways, but what I found funny was the gal who was kind of just to my left, off camera. She refused to get on
Oh
camera.
my goodness.
Yeah, but she knew us.
But she did
Yeah.
not want to be
She
on
was
camera.
a friend of somebody that wanted, like, film, like, wanted to say hi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that when you asked her,
Yeah.
like, do you want to be on YouTube? She's like, no,
No,
way.
and then
No.
they were like, "Oh, she's
And
in the
her
witness
commentary
program."
on the pool itself, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was hard to tell. I didn't know you guys until you told me after the fact that you were in the aft pool, which usually doesn't get as much action and people in it as like the regular leader
Right.
pool.
Yeah. Well, wherever we were, I don't know if we were after.
I don't know where
Yeah,
we
we
were.
were in the app pool and back there. Yep.
Dave and Brandy says Nurse
Oh,
Nancy
right.
certainly made a big splash in the live stream, and Griffin Alyssa says it was insane. I have a question,
It was great.
Anthony. You don't have to answer
Yeah.
if you don't want to, but give us your thoughts
Right.
on the Carnival Horizon security team.
Oh no, please.
I know. I
no.
like this question because this is something that never gets discussed.
Hey, listen, we keep it real here, but listen, you don't have to answer. You can play diplomat.
no, I'll answer you. The security team, boy, they just had it. It was messed up all week.
Yep,
So
I agree.
The big issue that they had was that they were understaffed. So I got a chance to talk to one of the guys down on the security line. And it's funny because the guy behind me started getting irritated because I kept asking this guy questions. He's like, "Well, let the guy work. We've got to get through this." And I'm like, "We're not going anywhere. I can't move in front of me, so we're staying here." So I'm asking questions. But seriously, we had some problems throughout the cruise where the getting back onto the ship was really delayed. And the first port that we went through, I had brought the drone out, and John had his out too, and he can tell you his little bit of that.
Yeah,
But
they kept giving me crap for my drones and my cameras and everything else.
You
Right,
said it was
right.
such a pain in the ass to get
Well-
back on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and the guy that I went through, he actually accused me. He said, "Well, we just had somebody fly a drone around this, and it looks just like."
All right.
He said it looks just like the drone that flew around our ship. So therefore, I'm going to take your name and number down because we have an active investigation on you for flying a drone too close to the ship. I'm like, what? Just simply because I've got a hat on too? Did you have any incidents with guys with hats? So
Yeah, I had the same thing with they accused me of recording through the X-ray machine.
This is Carnival
yes,
people.
I remember that.
Hmm
I
And
remember
I'm like,
going
no,
through
my
that.
phone's just on. Like I was recording a little bit ago, but anyway,
Wait, oh yeah, because I totally want to see the inside of the machine.
yeah,
So
there's some cool stuff happening there.
So that kicked it off, but the problem that they had was that they were running as many doors as possible, and they were actually short of security personnel. So normally when you have a bag that you need to have checked in security, you take and pull that person aside, and then you have somebody else go through it. That's how TSA does it. It's very efficient, the reason that they do it. But in this case, they were actually stopping the whole line, and the guy that was behind the X-ray machine was actually going through the bags himself. So it literally, guy or gal, it was literally taking 5 times as long as it should. I've got video of it, that, just how long it was. We were at port. Well, no, but we were in port 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes later than what we should have been to take off. That's how bad the security was running for the cruise. But other than that, it was pretty good.
Was it the worst in where you had a tender?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Tenders were running really slow too, same reason.
That was
So,
bad on
we were-
our first Carnival cruise when we went to Half Moon Cay. Yeah, it took us an hour to get back on the boat.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Anthony's sentiments there. They weren't very efficient at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, not to get negative, I just was interested to
Did
hear
they
that
have two
'cause we discussed
gangways?
it.
Two gangways open or just
Sometimes, but not always. Yeah,
Okay.
they did with the tenders later on in the day.
one? Isn't that funny how like the larger ships we've been on Royal, where they have multiple gangways,
Yeah.
and twice as many people,
Well,
there's never an issue really.
Yeah.
I appreciate appreciated security because there was an incident on the first cruise that we went
Yes.
on, and there were actually people on house arrest. 5 cabins in house arrest. I had to go past 3 of them for 2 days.
I saw some of your footage.
Yeah, we saw the pictures.
Oh
we were
my God.
hoping that you would interview a couple of them security guards, but
I was hoping that was
hey,
part of your
listen,
group.
she may have, guys. So
In the line.
she may have interviewed the security guard. So stay tuned to Nurse Nancy's vlogs because you could see how the whole thing went down.
You can see how John was sequestered in his room for several days, and
Big PAP says, I avoid security at all costs. And Steve Stair says he's in Lansing. Hey there. How you doing?
go blue, Steve.
No, go Buckeyes. Anyway,
Well, I also, from the security guard, though, I was able to get the story of the 2 passengers that missed the other ship, and we ended up taking them on board on break. So it was interesting to get that as well. So
yeah, the people were on a different ship, but they ended up on ours so they could get to their next
But
port.
was it a Carnival ship though? That they
Yeah.
were?
yeah, the Vista,
Yeah, the Vista, yep.
So the people that, what I get from Anthony, the people that you should talk to are the people that normally never get talked to on the boat.
Right.
The security
Right.
team, you know, maybe some of the casino people, stuff like that.
Well, Paul Atta says that the security was on Nancy's first leg was just warming up for the group cruise. They had to do something.
No, you guys were probably just lame in comparison.
Yeah. Hey, sometime you got to report the negative. It's okay. Helps us all know what to expect. And sometimes the negative is just part of what makes the positive. Yeah. Heather Sabula, that's true. Because we haven't broken it down too much tonight. And I think in the coming weeks we will. But the positives far outweighed the negatives on that cruise on every level. And I think I speak for everyone on that cruise about that. Like,
No, we've got some topics to cover. Don't
Yep.
you worry.
I'm
And
sure.
while we got Nancy and Anthony, they might as well hang out for this part.
Oh, the
too.
McDowells are here. Wait, where's Steve and Terry McDowell?
On the screen right there.
Where? Point.
Scroll down. At the bottom.
Oh, pretty sure the drink package was involved in the Nurse Nancy incident.
What?
Not on your part. They're talking about the big fight that happened.
Oh, yeah.
The McDowells were such a riot. We had a great time with them. Nancy, is it true that the fight spilled into your cabin?
Yep. It actually, they like fell into our cabin as they were trying to elude security. So
I didn't know
made it
that.
interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Were you guys sailing out of Detroit? I just want to know that.
Wait.
Sometimes smaller cabins, you know,
I only say
No.
I only say that because I'm from there.
This
so
isn't
I
gonna
can-
go-
So I can say that.
This isn't going to go over well, but only the Carnival Fascination sails out of Detroit.
Oh, there you
I
go.
felt bad for the families that were involved, though. There were families involved too, on both sides. I felt
Yeah,
bad
that's
for that.
tough. That's tough.
DC810
But
says,
anyway-
whoa, I really need to get the recipe from Jamie for the dirty martini because mine is caca. Anyways, sorry, Nancy. I didn't mean to interrupt.
the real drink that you should get the recipe for was the one from Anna Marie at the Alchemy Bar.
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
make some
yes.
really good drinks.
Yeah,
Man,
yes.
So- Yeah, John walks up and she says, "What do you want to drink?" And he actually had her make a drink just on his
do
own.
that all the time.
She says, "I want something not sweet but with vodka." And so that's what we called it for the rest of the cruise. It was amazing.
So you guys have been on several Carnival cruises, and I think everyone's favorite bar is that we've talked to is the Alchemy Bar. Amazing.
Yes.
So I felt I always ordered something off the menu, but you told me
Every
everything
time.
you make me something like
They
this.
they almost seemed offended if you ordered off the menu. Am I right, Plax?
They love to.
But the
they
menu's
love to
cool how it
use-
lights up
to
when you
mix
open
it
it.
up.
Yeah. I would be like, you know what? Give me something with bourbon. I don't want sweet. But after the second day, they knew me so well. I was just like, you know what to do. Seriously, that's what I'd be like, you know what to do. Just hook me up. And they make me
They
something.
were amazing.
Yeah.
Like, and if something was a little too bitter, they put something more in, and then it'd be like, oh, much better. They just fixed it if it was too strong or whatever. If it was just a little different one way, they were great.
So, well, Nurse Nancy and Anthony, what type of room did you guys have?
We had a really cool long ways interior. So an interior that doesn't go straight back, but it was like horizontal.
Oh,
like as you're walking in the room, it was spread out horizontally. We really liked it.
Yeah, Nancy and Anthony were literally like 5 rooms down the hall.
Oh, same floor? And what did you guys have an
floor.
interior
It
or no?
was great.
No, we had a balcony, but their room was really cool. And props to Nancy with the cabin crawl. That.
Was she the organizer of that?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I left my list at home, so I was like, oh my gosh, I had to reconstruct my list. It all worked out.
Those Jello shots. Wait, there's been a lot of discussion in my household. Where did you get the hot water to make that Jello, Nancy?
Just from the hot water dispenser at the Lido.
Okay, so that's what we thought. We
Gotta be the first person that's ever made Jello. That doesn't work for the
Right.
cruise line.
Right. I mean, Nancy, that was epic. But I gotta stop. We gotta super chat. Meet Virginia. I can't wait to meet Virginia on the harmony of the seas. Because she'll be there.
Nice.
Thanks for the super chat.
Thanks, Carolyn.
Love the ship show live. Hope to meet y'all on Harmony. No, you don't hope to meet us. When are we going to meet you? Meet Virginia. That's right. But Nancy, that cabin crawl was a huge hit. I mean,
Oh my gosh,
and
it was so much fun.
You guys
I
were
couldn't
off
believe
the
how much we
chains.
drank that early in the day.
and Jason and Steve got upgraded.
You guys were off the chains.
They
on
got
that
a
video.
suite.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Skyhawk Turbo in the chat tonight yet, but that was their very first cruise, and they got updated to a royal suite. And I mean, come on, it had a walk-in closet. It had it all. And those two were such a riot. They were so much fun to hang out
It
with.
had a boot washer.
A what?
A boot washer in the bathroom.
It had a
Poop washer?
a bidet.
Oh, a boot washer. I was gonna
A
say
poop washer.
Okay,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
okay, I got you.
Hey,
Listen,
I want one of those.
yeah. You can make hooch anywhere, says High Seas Paul. Well, Nancy's well aware of that, Paul.
You can.
Hey, I researched it, and there is not much out there for how to make Jello shots on a cruise ship.
Yeah,
So,
no,
Nancy, you are a visionary.
Yeah. And you know what? Sharon at Sea is figuring our October cruise. Hopefully we can get a balcony, whatever you want. Okay. People were trying to steal your Jello shot dispensers. I could see that. Like, that was a souvenir. We have one. And
I was happy. I just didn't want them to throw them away. I was happy to give them away.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
York and I are going to do shots on the ship show with that sometime.
We need some clarification because I did see on some footage Jamie teasing his wife, who's also a nurse, saying these aren't real syringes. Come on, these are toys. Are they legitimate syringes or were they actually toys?
Oh yeah, those were totally syringes.
Okay,
Kelly.
they're like the size that we use in the hospital, but I got them on Amazon and they're marked with like, I didn't want anybody to think I stole them from my hospital and that they
gotcha.
were like used syringes. But they're the size of Toomey syringes that nurses do use in the hospital.
So Jamie,
That's how they do enemas.
Michigan
Mom says.
How do you know that?
Oh, Lord, no.
Michigan Mom says we 100% need to get in our first cabin crawl. We will incorporate Fireball in some way, I promise. Speaking of Fireball,
You're not bringing that
so
up
we
right now, are you?
opened up a nice.
It's right there. I see it.
Yeah, we had a nice loophole. It's funny too because last.
It's very good that Nurse Nancy's here for this.
But I have another story about this Fireball, Nancy, that I think you'll appreciate. But
this
Nancy,
is a great loophole.
Yeah, Nancy was on the pre-cruise, right? So and maybe you can elaborate more on this, but Nancy was able, she sent a message to us prior to embarkation saying, hey, if y'all need some booze for the cabin crawl, I can hook you up. And I'm not a big Fireball drinker, but I was like, I think people will like this because Kelly had these caramel suckers, and we thought it'd be a good like fall type thing for people to enjoy. And Nancy was on the cruise before. She was able to buy us like 2 of these for like, I don't know, 27 bucks.
But how was she able to keep it?
I don't know the logistics on that.
While we were at Walmart.
No.
Yeah. No, we were at Walmart when you were doing that, Nancy.
It's because she was already on board.
I went to Walmart with him.
No, I'm saying like,
yeah.
How could she have that on board for you guys?
How did that happen, Nancy?
So that had to do with the back-to-back process. So if I had bought them before the last night, they would have had me pick them up in the liquor store that night, the night before the debarkation day. I just bought them that last night when you guys were you were in Miami. You guys were in Miami. And I was like, okay, this is the night. Now let me buy it and take it. So I could take it back to my cabin. I could pack it in my luggage. The steward changed our rooms, but the stuff doesn't go through security again. It doesn't go through the scanners.
So basically, you have to get off the ship, but not your stuff.
Right. Nothing else gets scanned. So then I could have then I got the liquor legitimately. I got it from on board.
I thought I'd catch some guff from our cabin steward for having 2 giant bottles of Fireball in our room. He never said a word.
He just probably had some.
They're good. I think that they don't get involved.
No.
Dave and Brandy's like, chug, chug, chug. Nancy, what you don't realize is that York's doing shots over here, and I'm about to do one as well. Fireball.
I love Fireball.
This came from Nancy, but I want to tell you a story really quick about this Fireball.
Uh-oh. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Okay. So last night, while we were gone, oh boy. I received a package. I don't know where it went. Do you see it anywhere? It's a shot glass, another one. It says Alaska on it.
Nope.
But I received a package.
I see a chicken over there.
From EECC Travels of a shot glass that they bought me because when I was in Alaska at the Red Dog Saloon, my shot glass broke on the way home. When they were in Alaska a few weeks back, they were at the same place, and I just commented, I'm like, yeah, my shot glass broke from there. And Mr. Myatt's like, don't worry, bro, I got you. And they sent me the shot glass. And I was like, this is amazing. Thank you. So last night, I couldn't make a duck fart. I didn't have the ingredients. So I thought I would use the Fireball I got from Nancy to film a little video saying, hey, thanks for the shot glass. And I filled up the shot glass with Fireball. And I filmed a scene where I was like, hey, thanks so much for getting me the shot glass. I really appreciate it. And I did the shot. And then I realized I messed up the shot and I wasn't in frame. Like half my body was out of frame. And so then I had to do another one. So I'm like, hey. And,
oh, darn.
And the audio was messed up. So then I thought about we'll do this tomorrow. But you know what? I was like, hey, screw it. I'm going to do one more. I ended up doing 3 shots of Fireball just to film one clip for EECC Travels last night.
I'm sorry you had to take a second shot.
Yeah.
It's
so
depressing.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but if it weren't for Nancy, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So, did you guys keep your shot glasses from the shots we did?
Absolutely. I think I have.
Yeah, we got a bunch.
We have a set of 4 of 2 of each color, so it was great.
Yeah.
Are you guys? I can't remember. I think I know the answer to this, but I have to ask it.
Pauletta says, "That's crazy. That's crazy." We're going.
Are you guys looking at or have already booked the 2021 Sharon at Sea Ship Show Group Cruise?
We are doing the Lunacy with Dave and Brandy. God bless Brandy.
You're doing both?
We're doing the run from Pride up to the ship show.
They're doing the
here at
double whammy
sea.
niner.
That's right. They're cruising, then
Yep.
they're driving to Manhattan, right?
That's what it's called, the
Jump.
double whammy niner.
Oh my goodness. You need to market that.
Nancy, I think I'm going to try and do the same thing that you guys are doing.
Get the F out of
Do
here.
it.
I think so.
No, you're not.
I think so.
Oh my.
Come on, let's do it. It's going to be a really good group with
Yeah.
that Pride one.
Oh,
You son. Get the hell out of here. You did not tell me this.
what you just did just now reminded me of some video that I have of Nancy and Anthony when she was trying to put something over his head and his whole face is like contorted. Like, it's a great video, but I won't put it in the vlog.
Oh man. This is something to think about now.
The double whammy niner.
Yeah,
York's gonna book the double whammy niner too, y'all.
no, that I'm interested. Like
Do it.
I forgot
you guys,
about this.
Come on. It's going to be so fun to vlog. Let's do it.
Hey, full disclosure, I have not talked to Kelly about this, but
and it's gonna be fun to watch all you guys vlog. while
Dave
I
and
just
Brandy's
have fun.
like, do it.
All right. You want to know one of my biggest surprises was how awesome Kelly is. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to I was just blown away by how we got along. I mean,
No,
like,
we
Kelly
need this
was-
topic. This is a great topic.
It's actually
so
like almost
amazing.
crazy.
She's not feeling that hot tonight, so she was actually supposed to join us. Because she got, John could probably speak better than me, but when I talked to her after the trip, she was so complimentary of not only the group cruise but Carnival, and she had a blast, right?
Oh my god.
She's like, I want to
Yeah.
be part of the ship show more.
Yeah, and actually Kelly was going to be on the ship show this week, which would have blown everyone's mind. But she had a work meeting that ran late. They had to do a bunch of scheduling, so
we bonded. Kelly and I, we spent some good time in Jamaica, and we went around Cozumel shopping.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Sancho.
I heard Nancy finished. Kelly brought this extremely strong margarita back from Mr. Sancho's because as we were leaving, Jamie's like, "Well, let's have one more round. Can we take it in the cab?" And they're like, "Sure."
Yeah.
And Kelly
you can
had
actually drink and drive in Mexico, so
yeah. Kelly had this really strong margarita, and she kept trying to get me to drink it in the bus back, and I'm like, "No, I've got this beer." And
this camera.
Yeah. So Kelly told me that Nancy finished my my margarita while they were shopping, but here's the rub. And Nancy, I don't know how aware you are. Did you see the video that Sharon posted of Jamie and I at the bar before we got on the ship?
Yeah.
Yep, you guys were having a lot of fun.
Okay, so here's
They
the
hadn't had
backstory.
anything to drink before that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But we told Matthew, you have two options. You can go back with Mom. She's shopping now, or you can hang out with us. And he's like, he wanted to get on ship. He wanted to get on ship bad. And he's like, I'm probably going to go with Mom. And we were like, okay. And then he comes back. He's like, you know what? I'm going to make sure you guys get back on the ship because I have a little bit of apprehension that you're going to make it. So we were sitting there at the bar, and we hung out, and Sharon took the video, and we waited in this ultra long line to get on the ship, right? They said like boarding time was at 3. We were in this long line. It was 3:30, and we were still a half hour away from. No, it was 5:30, and we were still half an hour away from getting on board, and we actually missed our dinner time. The line was so slow. But when we were getting ready to get on board, when they scan your CPAS card, Matthew says to me, hey, you can see if Kelly's on board or not by looking at his screen. And sure enough, it said that Kelly was not on board yet. And I'm like, how in the heck did we beat Kelly on the ship? Like, I'm usually the irresponsible one. How in the heck did we beat her? So I was like, well,
yeah, she was hanging out with me.
right. I'm like,
Good job, Nancy. You know what? Good job.
I know, but you know what? we'll change the subject here, but I will say, and I don't know if Kelly's here, probably not anymore, but Kelly really came out of her shell, and she told me numerous times on that cruise that it was her best cruise ever. She made a lot of friends, not just like.
She was awesome. I miss her.
Yeah.
So much. I mean, I miss everyone, but she was.
Yeah.
She's a
pleasure
solid
to hang out
soul,
with.
and when she lets loose, she's freaking hysterical.
She picks her spots, and she's funny. But you know what? Honestly, Jamie got the best of Kelly. Jamie made it his mission to like get her to open up, and he was successful. But also, like Kelly and Lori hit it off, and a bunch of the other people, the Fletchers and the McDowells. Like Kelly made lots and lots of friends on that cruise. So, and you know what? It was awesome to see. Like, we've been on a lot of family cruises and we've cruised together alone, but we didn't know anybody. Yeah. It was really cool to, like, everybody got along. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Big Pap says, we loved Kelly too.
Yeah, we loved every single one. Everyone had such different personalities, but we bonded with, like, everyone. You know, like, everyone.
Well,
it was really, really special.
And it was very natural. It wasn't like, it just happened.
But that was a good sized group, so it'll be interesting when we get into some of the larger group cruises.
Right.
That is a really nice size that you guys had. Everyone could get involved like that.
Yeah, you know what? I think it really boils down to you plug in when you want to and you unplug when you want to.
That's the deal.
Right. And like for our purpose, like we plugged in when we wanted to, and we totally separated from everyone in Grand Cayman, but we hung out with everyone in Cozumel and Ocho Rios.
So I don't mean to like drop the hammer, Nancy, but we do have someone else that's going to be calling in like any minute.
Yeah, you know what? I know that we were taking so long. Hey,
No.
It's been a pleasure, you guys.
No.
Thanks so much for inviting us.
No, I appreciate you guys calling in. It's
I
always a
appreciate
pleasure.
York setting all this up.
Yeah, John had no idea who was calling in.
I didn't know who was
He has
calling.
no idea who's calling in next.
I haven't even talked about Carnival yet.
All right. You guys, we're going to take off. Thanks so much again. It's been fun. We'll watch the rest of the show online.
Anthony, good talk.
John just sat on a duck.
Listen, I've been meaning to tell you, I really enjoyed all our conversations while standing in line. You were such a pleasure to meet. I've only seen you in the vlogs that Nancy does, and like now you're my friend for life. So, and obviously Nancy knows how I feel. So,
I know.
Brother across the pond.
That's right.
I totally got dressed up for this. Aw. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Cheers.
I talked to the camera. Right now, Nancy's yelling at Anthony for saying something about security. But, guys.
No, that's hilarious.
We keep it real in the field, all right?
No, I like it. So
I'm just kidding.
So
Nancy's not
obviously
yelling at me.
tonight, there's questions people want answered.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on, too.
Right. How many people are in the chat?
Well, there's 153.
Right now?
Yeah.
No. Shut up. Get
Hold
out of
your
town.
armpits up.
Get out of here.
No, I'm
I
serious.
think you're lying.
I'm not, dude.
Well, let me do a thing here. I don't do it often. I never do it. Well, whatever. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet.
It's 117 now, but there was 153.
How many thumbs up do we have?
So we're laming out. 90.
Okay, that's fair. Ooh. I mean, it is, what, an hour and 38 minutes in. I feel like we could probably be paying more attention to the chat. So let's talk to some people.
Yes.
The Flamingo Vagabond. Oh, here we go.
So we're gonna. I think our next week we're gonna have a little bit more direct questions because this is a new experience.
Yeah. I'm actually shell shocked by the whole thing. But until the next call comes, I'll just tell you a couple things that come to mind. Unless you have something
I want you to
specific
sing
want to
Meet
add.
Virginia again.
Meet Virginia. I can't wait to. Meet Virginia, yeah, on the harmony. When she wants to be the queen. And she thinks about
Every time I sing Carol in Virginia, I'm gonna think that song.
Daddy is a negotiator. Mama works on carburetors. And Rico's always lurking around in the background in the subway.
Wait till you guys. I'm working on a little. Well, John and I are both working on a little ukulele. What song are we're playing with? Should we not even say it?
No. Yes, we can say it. We say it.
A little Guns N' Roses ukulele.
No. Every rose has its thorn.
Oh yeah, Poison ukulele.
Just like every night.
You guys just wait.
Just wait. And I still owe Mr. Counts. No. Schultz.
Kuntz?
Brian Schultz. Some Eminem. But Paul Atta says, I feel kumbaya coming on. Dante Slocum, there's a new name. How are you, Sharon at Sea, he says. Or she says. Welcome.
Where? What?
Let's see. What? I could cheat.
Do
I
you
could look at your
recognize that
sheet.
number? No, I haven't
623.
hidden.
623, I don't recognize that area code. Oh, you
Wait,
hung up on him.
Wait, before
No, you hung up on him.
No,
See,
I didn't.
Kelly is great, says Larry
No,
Brandhorst.
I didn't hang up.
Larry,
Hold on.
you're great.
Hold on. They're connected.
Okay.
Don't say a word yet
All right.
because I do want to play.
Lindy Lou says Kelly is beautiful. Patty McFall Monk says, we'll be waiting for you.
Hello. What's going on?
What's going
on? What is going on, guys? What's going on?
Is this the SAS crew on the phone? Living on a prayer, take my hand. Oh, it is. What's up, guys?
What's going on? Is Wanda there, please? I'm trying to get in touch with Wanda.
Hello, this is Wanda.
Oh, is that how she sounds?
Yeah, Wanda. You didn't settle your sailing time card on the cruise last week, and we need to talk to you about that.
The Klaykowskis said they paid for it.
What is going on?
Wanda Byram's from Florida, but she has a British accent like Madonna.
And she's a crazy cat traveler.
Yeah, she's a crazy cat traveler too.
What's going on over there, guys? How's it going?
It's going great. I almost feel
It's ship showy, that's for sure.
yeah. Somebody said they're tired in the chat. I don't know who it was, but
There's no time for that.
ain't nobody got time for that.
No, this thing's just getting heated up. We still need hour 3 to talk about your cruise.
Well,
Right.
so
Anthony Plack says we didn't get to do karaoke, and that's a great point because I had big plans to sing "Here They Come to Snuff the Rooster." Oh yeah, to Mr. Jamie, but it didn't happen. You know we ain't gonna die. And let me tell you,
Wanda Perlman's got a great voice.
no.
I think that fireball's kicking in.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Mr. Jamie can sing. I've got
know
footage. I've got footage of
know
him
it.
singing in the bus on the way back, and
You
that
have
man's
that?
got some pipes.
So I know, Jamie, I know that last night on your
Heather Sabula says, "Now I'm deaf."
your excellent live stream last night, recapping the whole group cruise, that Sharon captured you and John singing in Cozumel in the bar,
That was epic.
which was great. But you have no idea that when that was going down in your live stream, I had to scramble at my house, tell everyone to shut the hell up, get my computer going so I could screencast this thing and document this. So I'm so happy that Sharon got the actual live coverage of it. Because if it didn't, if it wasn't recorded, it was gonna be a shame.
Yeah, you did it for
You know we did that we did a Facebook Live on that, and then immediately after the Facebook Live, we deleted it.
I know.
We made an agreement together that would be one of the, like we do on the Ship Show After Dark.
Yeah.
We're like, that's not for
but
public
I watched the live. I was watching the live, so I had to jump in midstream and record it. And then you guys said, we're deleting this. And I was like, yes, this is going in my revenge folder. Amazing.
I know. And Jamie's like, wait a minute. York has a revenge folder? So typical.
Yeah, it's all coming together now.
Stacy Bell says, I'm so looking forward to the 2021 group cruise based on the videos I've seen so far. Gonna be a blast. You know what? The 2020 cruise is gonna be a blast too.
Yeah,
so don't overlook that. That's
it's all gonna get just crazier and crazier. But man, I got to tell you, it was this group cruise was. Sharon and I were just so overwhelmed with how amazing it was and how great everyone was, and you guys have been talking about the relationships and seeing all the names in the chat all night, and it just brings back amazing memories. So it was I mean, besides the fact that at one point I realized that my friend and my wife had been lying to me for 6 months. Once I got over that factor, then everything else is okay.
Jamie, it brings up an interesting thing because I feel like I haven't met you in person, but feel like you're a great friend already. You and John have become quite close, only virtually up until that point, right? On the phone and vlogs and all that. But you guys were like buddy.
Oh yeah, it was instant. It was immediate gel. But I mean,
I think it was love at first sight. Is what it all came down to.
It was absolutely natural. Steve Stair says, I'm watching and listening with my headset on. Now I'm hearing impaired.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm getting confused in the chat because it's Wanda Byram, but I was almost like Wanda Perlman's hit.
Yeah, I know.
Is asking if I have a revenge folder.
Jason Barron says the 2021 group cruise is going to be a hootenanny. Don't forget. That's right. It's not going to be a what's the word?
I just don't want to. I don't want people to think it's just going to be a total ship show because it's not.
No, it absolutely wasn't. I feel like
there's going to be elements of ship showiness.
I feel like the Sharon at Sea crew really managed everything well. Like there were so many people, and how in the heck are you going to like do it all on your own? And yeah. I feel like the big advantage on that cruise was that there were several people who took it upon themselves to do events. Like High Seas Cindy and Paul did the slot pool.
That's awesome.
And Nurse Nancy did the
it's really hard on
cabin crawl.
One group to do that, organize the whole thing.
Right.
So it's certainly helpful, yeah.
And we had the shot glass exchange, and it I don't know, it was also organic and natural. It didn't feel like regimented. Like I keep saying, if you wanted to plug in, you could. If you wanted to unplug, you could.
I like that.
Well, I tell you what, everything was made so much easier. Well, first off, with all these different things, and you were talking about the other cruises, those things are going to go off well because Sharon just loves to plan some more. But everything went off so smoothly. I think because of the people that were on
yeah.
that were in part of the group. I mean, we had those concerns about is everyone going to get along?
Yeah.
Are there going to be times where there's going to be awkwardness? I mean, like when we did that cocktail party deal, and we didn't want there to be like just everyone sitting in their own little group talking to each other. And at one point I looked over to Sharon and I just said, look around. Everybody is interacting with everybody else, and there's not like a moment of silence or awkwardness or anything. It's just so fantastic.
That's the truth.
I mean, we definitely got lucky with the crew that wanted to go, and it was just a great group.
So, Jamie, is it safe to say that was probably your guys' first group cruise? Was that your kind of biggest concern leading up to it, that it wasn't going to go down like that?
Well, yeah, because you don't really. I mean, you know people from names in the chat and some things like that. And
yeah.
And it's we had only met. I mean, the funny thing is we had only met Nancy once. We had never met Anthony, and we were so excited about that. And
yep.
And we had interacted a little bit with like High Seas Cindy and Paul, and we had met Steve and Terry McDowell once before at Disney Springs for the evening.
And you just assumed John wasn't a criminal, so yeah.
Brand new. And then John dropped the bomb. I mean, it was so weird when all of a sudden he showed up. We were just getting our groove on. We had made a beer run that day on the first day, Doug Ollinger and I was about 4 or 5 Coronas in, and all of a sudden I look over and there's a big old fat microphone coming at me, and I'm like, what the hell? And then it turns out that it's him, and it was so I was more shocked than anything else when it all kind of happened. So it was more like I was just surprised at seeing everything. It was just the weirdest thing.
Yeah, the whole thing was stressful, like leading up to that moment, just because I was trying to pull it off. And Sharon and I were texting back and forth, but I was messaging her through Facebook Messenger as Wanda Byram. But
Perlman.
Wanda Byram. Wanda Perlman. Sorry, Wanda. Because I wanted, like, if you were sitting there at the table and her phone was down and you saw the message, I didn't want the jig to be up. But it's hard to follow Messenger. Yeah. So if she didn't see the message, I could tell if she saw it or not. I would message Sharon with just a space, with no words.
Yeah.
So then Sharon would check and she was like, okay, come downstairs. Because the whole plan was for Sharon to come to our hotel room with Jamie and say, hey, listen, I really want you to meet this Wanda Byram.
The whole plan was
Wanda Byram, Wanda Perlman.
The whole plan was for Sharon to just deceive her loving husband. We need to address this.
Wanda's like, what did I do? Not you, Wanda. I'm sorry.
We needed to address this fact that Sharon has been so deceptive to her husband.
That is so true. I obviously am not paying enough attention to my wife. That's been laid out there. That's obvious. And I need to maybe look through her paperwork a little more often and pay attention to who she's talking to when she's booking all these cruises. Because I don't know how all that just went right over my head. It was ridiculous.
So Ruth Todd says, I do not promise to behave on either the 2020 or the 2021 group.
I'm with you. I can't promise that either.
Yeah.
You guys might have to carry me somewhere at some point.
The one thing, I'll tell you what's so funny, and you guys can probably relate to this, is I was, when I first saw how our group was partying at Embassy Suites, I mean, the first night, right out of the gate, we jumped into this 2-hour cocktail reception, and all hell's breaking loose. I was hammered, and I'm not even sure how I got to bed that night. And I was just waiting. I thought for sure someone would go off the rails. That one person would do something horrifying.
But it was you?
Embarrassed about for the entire week. And, you'd puke on somebody else or something. But it never happened. These were professional partiers that were there. It was amazing.
And what's more impressive is that nasty, disgusting, horrible liquor they were serving at that party. I mean, the vodka tasted like Windex.
Yeah, and we just wouldn't stop drinking it though.
It's like you were in the Dominican Republic.
I gave up on the vodka. Oh, well played. I gave up on the vodka and went to Walmart with Anthony.
Oh, that's a good move. And I wish I gave up on the vodka a little bit earlier.
When we came back, you were gone.
I kept just putting enough olives in there that I wouldn't taste the vodka anymore.
Yeah, I know. When Jamie would get me a drink, it would be a glass of vodka with 18 olives in it.
Well, that's his MO. I love that. Whenever I see him on his show and he's got a sword of 20 olives in his...
I would eat the olives. I couldn't drink that vodka, but...
Well, they got to at least get the Costco.
Everything was so amazing. I mean, it was the shock of my life when you rolled out there. And you're right. You made the comment earlier about not wanting to be a distraction and all that. And I was so taken back by you being there. But I didn't want to. I didn't want to have any of that take away from everybody else that was there. Yeah. And it was so comforting to know that I was able to spend a little bit of extra time with you, seeing that every other person in the group was just having the time of their lives and having a great time with each other. And that was just like such a win-win deal. And getting to meet all those amazing people. And Sharon's sitting here. She's just being quiet. I don't know why she's so quiet. Meeting all those amazing people, getting to know them better was just such a rewarding experience.
Can we put them on the spot? Wasn't there something said? Well, you guys know that John and I and our families are cruising February 2nd. on Harmony of the Seas. Wasn't there something said?
Yeah, we're
between Jamie and Sharon.
let's
about,
get them peeps on there.
Let's get them up on here.
Super Bowl Sunday. Let's do this.
We listen. We will be.
Nope.
I'm not sure I can take any more time off. And we're going to be when do we go on cruise? We're going to be we're going to be cruising on the Norwegian Encore and getting off of that ship on the 2nd of February, as a matter of fact.
Oh, okay. Well, Wanda Byram's. Listen,
Wanda Perlman hates that idea. She's pissed.
Wanda Byram says we should start a drinking game that every time I mistake Wanda Perlman for Wanda Byram, we should all take a drink.
Well, no, we'd only have like 3 so far, though. That's the problem.
Hey, it's a game. Take a drink every time someone says drink. Says Michigan Mom.
Well, Jamie and Sharon, you guys, your first group cruise, did it meet your expectations?
Oh, way beyond anything we could, our expectations could go. I mean, it was the perfect size. It was the perfect group of people. Everyone was so amazing. Everyone got along. It was just, more than we could ever expect. And then as we look forward to like 2020 and 2021, we're like, I don't even know how that's going to go off. It's going to be a whole different type of deal because there's going to be so many people, and I'm, we're going to have to put a lot of planning into these things and make sure that we can spend time with everybody at some point because it's just it's very difficult to do. It
is. I can only imagine.
It's a struggle.
Yeah, it looked really hard for you guys to have fun on this last cruise.
Oh, whatever.
Just say.
High Seas Paul says, my blood pressure went up 20 points when I tried to drink one of his drinks. Yeah, but still, it was free.
It was.
And let's talk.
What better way to start the group cruise than that party at the embassy? I mean, that was amazing.
Good.
And
that's smart.
A blast. And I mean, we're well. I don't. How many people are here that are going to go in 2020? I don't want to give away any of the secrets up front, but Sharon and I are definitely going to be staying at Embassy Suites again in Fort Lauderdale in 2020. And I suggest anybody else who's going on that cruise better book your room quickly. Because as soon as those reservations are able to be taken, that place is going to fill right up. Because it's just we're just going to have to start the party there and keep it going. 2
hours of free drinks, y'all, at every Embassy Suites. Just so you know, that's a big deal.
If I give you any advice, I would advise to stay away from I would advise you to stay away from dirty martinis there. Because the vodka that they use there is the same stuff that they use to clean the stainless steel surfaces in the kitchen. Griffin Alyssa's asking.
Ruth Todd made a comment that I was noticeably buzzed in the vlogs, and I'm not going to deny it. I could barely keep myself together, but I think I did a good job. It's time for bed, so.
I didn't notice it. I mean, trust me, you were noticeably buzzed, but. No, I didn't notice it in the vlog.
You guys should all be jovial at that point.
Yeah.
You know
the only thing that stopped me from being on the same plane as him is that we went to Walmart.
All I gotta say is you guys are about to go. You're all together in a hotel lobby with free booze.
Yeah.
The next day you're going on a cruise. I mean, get the hell out of town.
The next morning we wake up.
Get busy.
The next morning, no one was worse for wear. We all did it right. Griffin Alyssa's laughing at the olives.
Everyone just hopped up and rolled right out. It was great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And one thing I'd like to talk about is like I had faster to the fun.
Yep. Okay.
And the whole embarkation process was like I didn't know what I was doing, but not just the SAS people were directing me, but all the rest of the people in the group who had sailed Carnival, they're like, just come with us. Like follow us. We know what we're doing. It was awesome. Like they just follow me. So it made it even better for us.
Jamie, I got a question. Is Sharon there with you too?
I am. I'm just sitting here like this, so quiet, looking.
Hi, Sharon.
She's over there booking cruises for everybody.
Yeah, well, John and I have some last payments due here in a few days.
Yeah.
So. But what I'm curious about was seeing that this was John's first Carnival cruise, and I know it was a lot like you guys, your first time's all hanging out, but was it just look like that he was loving Carnival? Was he in his element? What was your observations on that?
He seemed to be having a great time, and I think he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Jamie.
Oh, I know he enjoyed it.
If not, he did a really good act, because he seemed like he was having a great time pretty much all week.
So, and I think the biggest question, well, people want to know a lot of comparisons. What did you like better?
I know he doesn't care for the MDR quite as much as the specialty dinings, but I think he liked the specialty dinings quite a bit.
Yeah. So we talked about kind of that people always want to know whether you like this about this or comparison, blah, blah, blah. Right. But so are you a Carnivalian?
There's the question. Like that comes up. Remember we talked about painting my face and stuff?
Are you a Carnivalian? Are you going to convert and strictly go Carnival?
No.
Because you love Carnival.
No. But I will say this. I was wrong about Carnival. I was wrong about Carnival in so many ways.
I think this is a beautiful moment, y'all.
Yeah.
I think
there's like sparkles coming up around me. I can see them. I wish I could do it like edit it in. But I was wrong about Carnival. Edited it. I was wrong about Carnival in terms of like, I thought it was like people say, like the Walmart of cruising. That was so wrong. The ship was so nice. The service exceeded Royal Caribbean.
I agree.
The service absolutely exceeded Royal Caribbean. Our room steward was better. The cruise director, forget about it. There's not one cruise director that I've run into on Royal that has come even close.
I would agree
to
with
Cookie.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have Cookie, but
that's even if he didn't come say hi to us all those different times. I mean, that dude showed up at our cocktail party.
Yeah.
He came to hang out with us at the Alchemy Bar when we were doing our 20K deal. I mean, the guy was just all over the place, and he was.
I agree with you guys. In my first Carnival cruise, we didn't even have Cookie, but that dude, I don't. All my previous cruises, I don't remember who the cruise director was.
Yeah,
the Carnival cruise I went on, I know who the cruise director was. Keep in touch, follow him on Facebook, all that stuff.
I've had one good cruise director on Royal, and that was on the Mariner. That was good, but Cookie, take all the meetups that we had with him out of the picture. He was always there on the announcements, telling you what was going on. The one thing I will say, though, that was different than all my other cruises
is that you love the electric slide now.
No. You could take that boogie woogie out of here.
They like that. Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, but the sail away party was legit. That doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
On Royal, it almost seems like a formality. But the one thing I'll say is that, like, when you look back at things, like, I never looked at the fun times.
Yeah.
There was so much going on within our group that I never looked at the fun times. And I kind of regret it because the one thing two things I really wanted to do was the whiskey class. I wanted to get in on that from seeing their vlogs. And then also I never went to the Blue Iguana.
The reason, what? You never got a breakfast burrito?
No, I never ate breakfast.
I want to throw John through this green screen right now.
He barely got a guy's burger on the last day, but he didn't love it.
I know that, and like he didn't even try the buffet, which I'm not going to fault him for because compared to Carnival,
you're not missing out. You're not missing out.
But dude,
I blew it on a lot of things. Honestly,
breakfast burrito. Oh my god, I want to throw you through this green screen right now.
Honestly, I feel like there's parts of the ship I don't even know about because my experience was limited to the Havana bar, mostly the Alchemy bar, and I would spend a few quiet moments alone with Mr. Jamie in the casino.
I thought you were going to say in the steam room.
No, I would go watch Jamie play roulette and stuff.
Jamie, You and I are going to be playing some casino games, brother. We don't have to have John lurking.
The only thing I don't like about being in the casino with Jamie is he wears like this weird hairpiece. Like he wears this hairpiece and like he throws out like tons of chips and he like looks down his nose at everybody.
Like this kind of hairpiece?
That wasn't me. That was the guy we were next to.
Because if it's this kind of hairpiece, it's all right.
Hey, listen, John makes a good point there. We there was so much, like if it was just two of you or like two couples, you would have seen so much more of the ship and done so much more. I mean, it's funny that the group cruise was really, I mean, it was extremely action packed. I mean, the first day we had stuff going on all day.
Yeah.
And then we had 3 ports in a row. And then the last day was kind of like a little bit of relaxation and then a get together at the end of the night. And you're just really catching your breath on the last day and trying to figure out where did the whole friggin' week go.
Yeah.
But you're right. That's an awesome hat you have on there, York.
Thank you.
And we got that from the Spikers.
Wait, High Seas Paul says best mustard drill ever. Do you have any insight into that?
I will. I'm just going to be honest. Our mustard drill was
bad.
long. It was so long. And here's a funny story. So we were sitting.
It's amazing.
We were sitting 12 feet away from people. It was a mother and like a 10-year-old girl.
Oh, Anna, it's amazing.
This 10-year-old girl spilled guts right in front of us.
Oh, really?
All over the main dining room floor, just like.
Oh, goodness.
And like the mom and the daughter sat there, and I felt so bad for the little girl because there was a big pile of puke, and all these people are walking past and like seeing it, and like and like jumping over it and stepping in it. Anyway.
You're right.
Nobody.
The mustard drill on Carnival drags on because so many people are hammered. It takes a lot longer to get the people.
I think that's it.
Well, that could be the case.
I think that's it.
That's definitely it. That's all it is true.
Liz Breen.
There's such a heavy party crowd on there.
Liz Breen says, steam room, Speedos, and nipple hair. Oh, no, nothing's working tonight. Boy, you're lucky tonight.
I'll tell
Jamie.
you what, Liz, the steam room deal, like I'm telling you, on Carnival.
Even the nip doesn't work.
That was my favorite part. Well, the small ass bathroom that you have in your cabin, I let my wife have it, and I go to the steam room. I steam. I take a shower there, and get ready for dinner in the steam room area. Dude, beautiful.
I talked to Jason and Monroe about that because they bought the package so they could do that. But honestly, everything happened so fast on that cruise. Like there would have been no time.
No, but it ends up being like if you don't buy or if you don't have a spa, if you have a spa room, it's included.
Right.
If you don't, it's basically usually like $20 a day.
Right.
And I'm gonna pay that all day long instead of internet.
Correct.
I'm just saying.
Yep. Agreed. But you know what? I don't feel like I missed out on anything except for the karaoke. That's the one thing I wanted to do that I didn't do. But
I know people are wanting you to know, like
Kelly wanted to do
food
bingo
versus Carnival versus Royal. We'll do that next week.
Yeah.
We're not getting to that tonight.
Yeah.
But we will get to that and excursions and all that stuff.
Y'all know me. The food is important and yeah. Yep.
Jamie, you and Sharon, I appreciate you expanding this young mind. And
young mind. Aren't I older than you?
You are. But I adapted to Carnival way earlier than you did. Well,
yeah,
okay.
4 months.
4 months.
Whatever, dude.
York, I'll tell you what, there were plenty of times where I was kind of like, just kind of looking over, like how's he going to, like when we did our first dinner in the steakhouse, I was conscious of being like, I wonder how John's dinner is.
I know.
I wonder if he's enjoying it.
Dude.
And then when he came back from doing the chef's table, and he was blown away. And then we had dinner one night because we were late getting back to the dining room, and that was the night that Nurse Nancy totally abandoned us as we were waiting for her to come back from telling people we weren't all going to be at the dining room, and then she just stayed and ate at the dining room. And
Oh yeah, I remember that.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah, but
That's
when that
amazing
happened,
that
we
he
went
said that though, because I totally agree that like everyone's wanting to know what the heck you think about the food most. I think that's what everyone wants to know the most.
Yeah.
Is what do you think about the? Save it. Don't.
I'm gonna
talk
say
about
that, but what he's referring to is in Cozumel.
Yeah.
We were still in line on ship when we were supposed to be at dinner, because you saw that video.
Yeah.
We were throwing down. That there was no way we were gonna make dinner, and there was an agreement made with certain people, I'm not going to mention names, where everyone was going to go down and say, hey, sorry, we can't make it to dinner, right? But it got botched a little bit. And we ended up going to Gigi's Asian Kitchen, and oh my God. If you're on a Carnival cruise and you get a chance to eat at Gigi's, do it. Because that was amazing.
In my opinion, if
15 bucks a person, that was insane. That was amazing.
We tore it up in there.
I'm not going to say it.
We had sake. We sake'd it to him in that place.
Sakatu.
It was great.
I was going to... Should I say it?
DC810 made
I
a
say
comment. You could say it.
I was just going to say if you can avoid Carnival MDR, just do it.
Ooh.
I'm throwing it down.
Listen, I'll buy into that.
Go everywhere else. Because their specialty dining, the stuff you experience, awesome. I agree with everything you've said.
Yeah. We'll get to it next week. We tried to get to it all this week, but that was probably a fool's endeavor. DC810 says they did have karaoke. I know. And I kept saying, like, I want to go do karaoke. Look at the screen right here. I miss when that fish used to go right into your ear.
Yeah, when that blob would, like, suck on my face.
Jamie and Sharon don't know what we're talking about.
Jamie, so, like, I know you guys have been on a multitude of Carnival ships. So when I was on the Magic, the what do you call the cocktail bar? The Alchemy Bar.
Yeah.
The Alchemy Bar was kind of like off to the side. There was a stage like most people didn't know it was there, so it was never really busy or anything.
Right.
For you guys, it seemed like it was in a main thorough way, and it was always really busy.
Yeah.
It was. And what the funny thing about that Alchemy Bar is Sharon and I never paid any attention to it for a long, long time. And there's always like one or two or three groups of people that seem to like commandeer that bar during the week. And I can't speak to why, and it's kind of funny, but the first night we went there, it turned out there's an LGBT, whatever mixer going on. And we were like, wow, this is a fun crowd tonight. And it turned out that we found out why. And it's for those folks, they love to go there too. And I don't know whether it's the drinks or the interaction with the bartenders or what. But we just mixed it right up with everything.
Yeah, everyone gelled.
We definitely commandeered that.
Dude,
bar.
it was weird because on the Magic in February, it was dead. The Alchemy Bar was dead because it was kind of off to the side. There was it was next to the coffee bar, so there was an element of some live music that was, I would say, subpar, but whatever.
Right.
Could be good at some points.
My God, there's so much we need to talk about yet.
It was people didn't know where the Alchemy Bar was. If you got on your first cruise and you were on the Carnival Magic, you would have no idea that there was even a craft cocktail bar there.
Yeah, and it's interesting because there were people with us that were on their very first cruise. And like it's hard to like picture what their experience was like, except for the fact that on day one they're like, hey, here's a massive upgrade to your cabin. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, enjoy this suite that is bigger than the captain's quarters.
But the Alchemy Bar, for real, was like the place where I think we can still share it here, is the place where every night we were like, and then there were four. You know what I mean? Like that's where it all that's where we finished. And we kind of built a rapport with the bartenders in there where they knew us. And like some nights they were like, just keep your cameras off.
You weren't like, there's 110 viewing right now. Give me a drink.
Well played. But I did get Cookie to say, hey, everybody, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. We did do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, I'll say right now that Sharon drank more and stayed up later on this group cruise than she ever has in our entire history of cruise.
And I will tell you the same for Kelly. And Kelly at first was like, when we were leaving, she's like, my only goal is to take naps and chill. And throughout the cruise, she told me over and over again, like she wasn't complaining that afterwards, she's like, you didn't let me take any naps. But during the cruise, she was like, this is so much fun. I did not expect this. And it's the same with Kelly. She stayed up later than anyone. But if the truth be told, Jamie, I mean, you and I stayed up later than everyone. And
we really did. And I don't know how it just worked out that way or what, but Jesus, dude, the first night at 4 a.m, we're out on the promenade deck, sipping Woodford Reserve and
smoking cigars.
I love Woodford Reserve.
It's starting strong and never stopped.
Yeah, we just kept smoking cigars and drinking whiskey. But truth be told, guys, I'm sure it was weird for you to like try and fathom like what was going on.
Your bromance with Jamie?
Oh, well, that's not where I was going, but I'm sure it was difficult because that was real. But I'm sure it was difficult for there is a bromance there. Real. If he was here right now, I would smack him in the butt and give him a good hug. But
because it was real.
You guys truly pulled it off. It was truly impressive how everything flowed. And I mean, yeah, some of the people like took charge of their own events, but you guys really ran a great cruise.
Donnie Luke says, shut the ship show down.
Shut the ship show down.
Come on, Donnie Luke, take it easy.
Donnie Luke, how dare you?
And Wanda wants to know what I'm doing with my hands. Come on, this is getting
there
like.
Was a moment when on that first night when John and I were hugging before we went up to the cabin, and he whispered in my ear and he said, "Don't tell York about this."
Oh my God!
Well, did you hear when
don't worry about it.
when I was like, John, since you've been gone, I've got a new neighbor named Ron. And we're going to have the Superior Ship Show.
Big PAP says, I would have stayed with y'all first night, but after that sports bar stop to see you all, I moved on. Yeah, I understand. I don't blame you, Big PAP.
Once I got over the initial shock of seeing John and that he was there, I think at one point I go, where the hell's York?
Liz says York's liking the ease of the button on the boxed wine.
Dude, you know what?
Liz, you are so right.
No, like I do, like, I don't know, I miss wine.
Amy Rogers says, hey, you shut the ship down.
Meet Virginia.
Donnie Luke says, oh no, we shut the ship down on the cruise and I shut down the ship though.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people said...
Hello. What's going on? What is going on, guys? What's going on?
A lot of people... Yeah, Amy Rogers is saying, read it again. A lot of people...
I can't read.
...have commented throughout the week that they really enjoyed all the live streams from everyone. Like from Nancy and Sharon at Sea and ours.
Dude, it's all about... When you guys are on a cruise and you guys are broadcasting this...
You feel like you're there, right?
Well, no, like part of me is like, oh my God, that's so awesome. Part of me is like, I hate you and I want to like throw darts at you.
Listen, that wasn't lost on me. When Jamie and I were at that bar in Mexico, and we were like throwing down beers and I saw that you were there.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, York, what's up, buddy?
Jamie, when... I tell you, my biggest jealous moment was when you guys were in Cozumel at that bar. That was
You know
when.
what's so funny is we almost had a riot at that bar because we said the beers are $5 each, and John pulled out a $10 bill that had a rip in it, and the bartender wouldn't take it, and we were like, "What the hell?"
Yes,
things almost got crazy.
and
But
souls in Mexico are basically the PBR of Mexico.
oh God, yeah. But
I like them. I
Yeah,
mean,
but for 2 for $10, that was a ripoff. That
Well,
was a total ripoff.
they're getting you. They're getting you.
But I'll bet they would have taken that $10 bill as a tip.
well, that's because at Mr. Santos it was 100 drinks for $50. You know, so
Yeah,
that 2% was brutal.
I don't
But it
think
was the
that's
icing on the
legit.
cake. It's just what the doctor ordered. And then we still made it to dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
sausage.
I laughed my butt off when we were walking through that. You know how you have to walk through the gauntlet of the shops?
That's what.
Yeah, I see it. The gauntlets
Yeah.
of the shops. And Matthew's like, listen, all we have to do is get through here without stopping. And everything was fine till we got to the duty-free store. And I'm like, oh my gosh, do you see that price on Johnny Walker Double Black? And Matthew's like, no, look forward. He was like he was the adult in that situation. He's like, no, keep moving. But the conversations we had waiting in that long line, getting back on board in Cozumel were great. I laughed more than I did the whole cruise in that line.
Oh yeah, that was glorious. That was great. And you know what's funny? The funniest thing is that as we sit here talking about the times that we had together, we could be sitting here talking with any other person from that group cruise and having like similar, conversation stuff. And and I know that John hit it off with just everybody, and everybody loved him. And it really just helped make everything so easy for us to make sure that everyone was having a great time. It was just fantastic.
Yeah, well, the family of Larry and all those guys, Luscious Linda,
and Diane,
Wondrous Wanda.
they were a highlight, especially in Cozumel when they wore these shirts. You saw the picture I posted.
Wondrous Wanda Perlman. She was amazing.
Wanda stayed on ship with. Never mind. I was gonna say Sheila Bossinger. We didn't see her much.
I haven't seen her tonight.
She was here.
Was she?
But I missed that woman. I was so excited when I first saw her, but she did her own thing. She plugged in when she wanted, and she unplugged when she wanted.
Sheila Bossinger was the perfect group cruiser. You couldn't be more right. She was there when she wanted to be. She wasn't when she was doing her own thing, and it was 100% fine across the board with everybody. And it's perfect.
That's what Adventures Ahead does. They're just like we're the group cruising non-group cruisers.
Right. Donnie Luke says it's time for another shot of Fireball. Donnie Luke, you
Really?
can go begat yourself.
No, I'm down. I'm down, Donnie.
Like Dave and Brandy says, Matthew was keeping us in line. There is no doubt about it. And I told the story earlier. We gave Matthew the option. Do you want to go with Mom shopping? You'll get back on board sooner. Or do you want to come with us? He says, I'll go with Mom. But 5 minutes later, he comes back. He's like, you know what? I'm going to make sure you guys get on board. Now, what I want to know is if Sharon was like, Matthew,
Do you like
go
pina
take-
coladas?
I want to know if Sharon was like, Matthew, go take care of your dad.
No.
No. She wouldn't do that at all. That's his deal. And as a matter of fact, I remember right after we got done singing, I looked over at him and I said, I'm sorry, Matthew, for embarrassing you. And he goes, oh, it's okay. I like it. And so I was like, oh, all right, that's cool. So he was having a good time.
He was very responsible, though. He did. But that moment when I said, hey, look at the price on this double black, he's like, no. Shut her down. We're moving on.
I kind of want to know, besides the pizza,
He's been there a few times on a cruise when I had too many cocktails, and he gets me right in line.
so besides the pizza,
Unplugging right
The
now,
pizza
says
deal.
Tom Beetle Bailey.
what is...
Love you, Tom.
What's his... Did he do well with the ladies? That's what I want to know.
I don't know how well he did lady-wise. He said there was a couple. He just goes and hangs out. We don't keep too much.
I know,
tabs
I
on
like
what
that.
He's doing,
That's
as
smart.
long as he shows up when he's ready, when he's supposed to.
Well,
I don't know what it's like to have a son.
I just had such a great conversation with him at the Embassy Suites. Like, he came and like just sat there and chatted with me for like 15 minutes. Just small talk. I don't really remember like all of the conversation, but no, it's not because I was buzzed, but it was just like, it was small talk.
Because it was about chickens.
He was so charming. He was such a pleasant young man to talk to. We talked a lot about like.
I mean, I was always into the chicken. When I get excited, I begot.
You're getting it next week. I'm telling you that. You know it. It's coming. But he was so charming, and like he kind of enlightened me on like some of the stuff that he really liked on like Carnival versus Royal and like the kids club.
I know he's a big Carnival player.
But he was so charming. I was really surprised like how well he handled all us crazy people.
Especially you two.
Yeah, he did pretty good. I think there were times when he was a little overwhelmed, and he's like, "What?" You know, I somewhere in his head, I'm sure he's like, "Why are all these people on our cruise? What's going on here?" And he's gonna, you know, there was times when everyone was all together eating, and he just kind of stuck his head into his phone and kept playing Madden football all the time and having fun with that. And a few times I'm like, "Dude, come on, you know, get your head out of your phone." And then other times I'm like, "You know what, man? It's just you do you. You know,
Yeah.
It's your cruise too, and do it how you want to." So he did.
Big Pap says, "My mom and dad always thought I was hanging out and being good too." Holy crap.
No, we see him every once in a while. We randomly see him, and we have to pretend we don't know him, and then it would be cool.
My hat's falling apart.
All right. Well, we just realized that it's almost.
We're about to break y'all's record.
It's almost 11:30, but we want you to all.
Yeah, but I'm here, so it still makes it my record too. So,
that's all right. We
That's
want to
true.
make sure that you all are aware that when we play, we have something in the works. So it's Begoctober.
Yes.
Right? Begoctober!
It's Begoctober, and I feel like that got overlooked while we were gone.
Yes.
And here we are, and Begoctober is almost over.
I know, but we've got we don't have to play it yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm just getting ready.
We have a contest, so we need you to videotape or video your best Begok.
All of you, every single one of you in this chat or on the Facebook group. And again, if you haven't joined the Facebook group, it's The Ship Show. Whoa. The Ship Show. It's Begoctober. We need you to record your best Begok.
And
Post it
message
in
us.
the Ship Show.
No, don't post it. Message us. Message us.
Is that possible?
Yeah. But is this going to be like all those other contests where John just wins anyway?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't need a Begok shirt.
I've got several. I've got defective Begok shirts, as a matter of fact. But this shirt wasn't defective. I will tell you that. This is the 4th time I've worn this, Sharon.
He's nipping out great on this shirt.
This shirt is amazing. It didn't smell very pleasant when it showed up in the mail, but you give it one wash and it's good to go.
We need some excellent Begoks because I'm going to edit it into a great... Edited it.
Wait, Lisa McMahon, there's a new name. She says, Matthew's a good boy. Matthew's very polite and responsible, says Terry Kreutzer. That's true.
Hey, you guys, I know you're going to announce your Begoctober, so I'll let you go.
No, it's okay. We appreciate you guys being involved. We're going to get out of here soon also. You know, Jamie, Sharon, thank you for being part of our lives.
Yeah.
Part of the group cruise.
Yep.
We can't wait. I can't wait to meet you guys in person. So
I can't believe this live stream's gone on this long.
I hope we can meet your expectations.
We haven't even broken down my Carnival experience yet.
I know. I'm going to celestial strings all over this place. Just wait.
You're crazy. You are one son of a gun.
Celestial strings. That was fantastic.
Yeah, we haven't even touched the surface of that cruise. Next week, we need to just get down to business.
No, we needed to get involved with the premise and the slate of who you guys were involved with.
Right. No, I agree.
We'll set the scene.
I think I would love to talk to some more of the peeps. Like, I saw Larry was here earlier, and I feel like I'd like to see more people. But and Lori, I'd love to see Lori and talk to her. But at the
I'm just not going to be here next week. You're not?
No.
If you leave me to my own devices, I'll be talking about my next cruise.
I think
on Harmony.
people think it was awesome. You can just keep talking.
Yeah. Well, there. You know what? It's a good teaser. Next week we'll have more. But Begoctober, y'all, it's okay if you do just audio. It doesn't have to be video.
Thanks, Jamie and Sharon.
If you guys want to, yeah.
Play book.
All right.
We need.
I'm out. I love you guys, and it was an amazing cruise, and everyone there was fantastic. And we'll talk more about it. We got more to talk about next week, and I know you will too. So,
And
cheers.
Reach out to you guys. And
thanks,
we'll talk soon.
thanks for taking care of us all.
That was a pleasure.
All right.
Awesome time. All right, kids. Peace.
My mind's blown.
All right,
We just had
mine
Sharon.
too. 85 cabins booked.
Right. And
85 cabins booked.
That's for 2021.
That's for 2021, y'all.
But I feel like if we get our stuff together, our ship together, we could have 185.
Well, yeah, that's still 2 years away.
Because, quite frankly, I don't know. Are we holding our weight? Because look how much cachet they're bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So, you guys killing it with your live. Good night, y'all, says Carolyn, Virginia. Donnie Luke says Bagok. Lisa McMahon, okay, I'm drunk. Thank you, Ship Show.
Okay.
We are not a good influence.
So what we need to show our video.
Yes. Sharon at Sea-Shirt, she sells seashells, says Nurse Nancy. Blaine, another home run. Darn. Uh-oh. What's the score? Sounds like the Astros are going down tonight.
Not going to happen. The Astros are going to win it all.
Got my happy cruising shirt on my victory mukbang video. Okay, nice. They did some cool. High Seas Paul and Cindy did some really cool videos. So if you haven't subscribed yet to High Seas Paul and Cindy or High Seas Cindy, you should do so because they did a lot of filming. So,
but I need to interrupt for 1 second.
Interruption.
Bagoktober. You guys need to submit a video of yourself doing a bagok. Any kind. Whether it's a morning bagok, a late evening bagok, maybe it's a frustration bagok.
Yeah. Bagok works in any scenario. That's a frustration bagok. That's what you do when you're frustrated. I can't believe this thing isn't working. Our freaking... The background's going... That's how you do it.
Send that to us on our Facebook page. Private message.
Wait, Liz Breen just hammered herself.
Yes, that happens. But I need you to know, here's why. We're going to play you a Bagok video because it's Bagoktober.
Yep.
Hit it, DJ.
Hey, Mr. DJ. Oh no, we're having ship show problems. It's not working. Tell them a story. Let me redo it.
That's so ship showy. Gosh darn it. God, it was so chicken-tastic.
It was. It was amazing. But for whatever reason.
Are you sure?
Yeah, look, it's right here. It's I want to play.
No, it wasn't checkout.
It totally was. Look, there's
You know, I did jinx it earlier, Crazy Cat Traveler. Oh, there's no much ship shows. Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah. Well, that's a bummer. I don't even know.
Really?
I don't know where the thumb drive went.
Really?
It didn't work.
Wait,
It's there.
I have the thumb drive.
Okay, well then talk to him real
Hold
quick.
on. Let me touch my pants. Hold on.
Oh my goodness. Come on now. Are you sure you have the thumb drive?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Nope, I don't.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's say goodnight to the peeps.
Nope, I do.
Uh-oh. There it is. All right. Tell them a story.
Hey, peeps.
That's why it's not working, because I never took it off.
Problem
the thumb
is
drive.
that this is an excellent video. And if you're already stuck with us this far, you need to stick with us for this.
Yeah, you'll like it.
Because my daughter, John's daughter, has already gone begot-tastic over this.
Yeah, they've laughed.
Peed pants is what I should say.
There we go. Okay, we're getting close.
You have it?
No, not yet. Just keep going.
Huh. Can I smoke in here?
No! Are you kidding me? No. But you better give me a minute. I'll pull this up.
You guys chill. Chill.
We blew it.
John blew it.
I know. I did. I don't know if I did. I don't know what this thing's called.
It's called... Oh, come on, dude. It's called Cruise.
Let's see if I can get it to come up. There we go. All right. So let's go back out of here. Talk to the people.
Are they
Don't talk
following
to...
all this?
No, they can't see that. They can see
Oh, they
you
can't.
pointing. Yeah. All right. Begoktober video, right? Bear.
Well, good morning. I just got up literally a few minutes ago. Got my coffee, which I haven't hardly sipped yet. So, bagok. Good morning.
And for a little alcohol for good measure. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh.
But it is not in there no more.
There you have it. Holy ship indeed. Okay, John, you've made it clear I will be on the breakaway in 2021, says Lisa McMahon. Where's your glass breaking thing? Do that.
Wait.
Throw your
There's
paper.
too many sound clips.
Guys, thank you for watching. We are a ship show. Glad we could pull it off at the end. Well done. Thanks for finding that memory card.
There's a lot of like talking and stuff.
Yeah, We do a lot of talking. Oh, look, Kevin Counts is here. Encore.
Kevin Coons?
Coons. See what happens? I revert. Kevin, welcome. But we're leaving. Listen, it's Begoctober. If you want to win the Begok shirt, you must private message us before Halloween night with your Begok video or audio. It doesn't have to be video. It can be audio.
But it's not.
Or you can point at something else and like a pumpkin and be like, Wee!
As long as you submit a Begok video,
yep,
it's going to be a random draw. It's not like voted on what's best.
We'll random draw it here so you can see it.
Yep.
DC810 says good night all. Good night, DC810 and Terry. Such a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Let's sound the horn. We're not going to do the big outro tonight. We are just going to say good night. I'm going to sing one song for one person. You've got 10 seconds to figure it out.
Meet Virginia.
Meet Virginia. I can't wait to meet Virginia. Yeah, 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 yeah. And she wants to be the queen. And she thinks about her scene. Pulls her hair back as she screams. I don't really want to be the queen now. I don't really want to be the queen now. Train would kick me in the face if I sang this song.
Wait, did we already play our chicken song? Our chicken... Did we already play that?
Yes. Good night, y'all.
Peace out, y'all.